It sounds like it's gotten bigger since then.
Yeah, it's basically the Cat Square Parade, but for
Without a
July
Santa Claus.
4th without a Santa Claus. It's July 4th and it's hotter, so not as many people come out. So the crowds, the Cat Square Parade, I think this year lasted an hour and a half. This one lasted right at 30 minutes, and that was seeing everybody twice. So,
there you go.
It wasn't too bad.
There you go. Probably 100 degrees.
It was very, very hot. We were under the porch. I was under the porch in the shade. My wife was, like I said, out by the road taking pictures.
Did you sat out in front of Memory Lane Antiques?
No, I sat in front of my house.
Oh, you videoed it from your
I
house.
Didn't want to
there you go, smart man.
I didn't want to take everything down the street. I just hooked it up right there at the house, and we went. But,
okay.
Had a good time with it, and it was fun and entertaining to watch, and had a great time at the Krause 4th of July Parade. And like the Krause Parade folks, these Cherryville Post 100 games and the Shelby Legion games and our dirt track racing, all of our broadcasts, you can go online and rewatch at home. So that's the good thing about it. So you guys playing here, you came out to the park, you want to see a highlight, see a play call. Maybe you're mad at the umpire, didn't agree with his call, and want to see that. So you can go online and watch it. So
absolutely. And before anybody thinks we're neglecting the home folks here, Cherryville did have a big July 4th.
Yes, they did celebration. We had a
night.
game that night on that Wednesday. It was Tuesday night, and they had fireworks while during the game and everything. And Dad and them had a good time. I think we had some audio trouble that night, but you guys could still watch it and hear it on WCSL. I think we had some online audio trouble, but you can also follow us real quick on Twitter during these games at Cherryville Post 100. For the Shelby games at Shelby Post 82, and both of them will be retweeting both their scores at What's Up Shopper. So you follow us on Twitter, and if you want to live chat during the games, just go right below the video player, click on the social stream, check in and chat there with your Twitter or Facebook names, and you can chat with us live, and we'll answer your questions, say hello to everybody.
Sure thing. All right, Milton Baker and Kevin Hastings with you. Game 1, round 2, Union County at Cherryville, and we'll be back with the start of tonight's game on the V-Square Construction Post 100 broadcast.
Your home medical equipment is found at the drugstore with 3 convenient locations in Lincoln, Boger City, and in Vale. At the drugstore, you are treated like family. They are locally owned and operated and catering to the needs of people like you. So if you're in the market for home medical equipment, visit your nearest drugstore location in the Town & Country Shopping Center in Lincoln, the Carolina Shopping Center in Boger City.
Stamey Funeral Home, serving Cleveland and surrounding counties since 1900. Stamey Funeral Home is owned and operated by the Tysinger family, loving and caring licensed professionals. Our family is here for your family during one of the most difficult periods in life, planning, pre-planning, or pre-need counseling. We're here to listen, care, and help. That's what families are all about. Stamey Funeral Home, located in Fallston. Our family serving your family.
Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by to see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. The Car Store now does inspections, oil changes, tire and wheel changes, along with brake service, paintless dent removal, and minor repairs. The Car Store in Cherryville is locally owned and operated for over 20 years on Lincoln and Highway 150 in Cherryville. Let us earn your business. If we don't have it, we will find it. Call today 704-435-1988.
West End Sales in Vale is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville, 704-435-0705. There is a national shortage of home standby generators. Now is the time to order your Generac home standby generator from Mr. Sparky and Wise Electric in Cherryville. Call now and get $500 off when you mention this ad.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, all your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace, get help quickly from people who know their stuff, and do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
Because we'll be starting this game in just a moment or two. The Code of Sportsmanship, National Anthem, and Invocation all having been completed here in our pregame at the stadium. As Dylan Hastings, right-hander for Post 100, warms up on the mound, setting the defense for Cherryville. Luke Kaiser is the catcher. Tyler Shoemaker's playing first base. Brett Huff at second. The shortstop is Ryan Kraft. Third baseman with Hastings on the mound. Third baseman tonight is Sam Travis. Out in left field, the Blue Mist, Blake Mosteller. Center field, Thomas Best. And in right field, Dustin Wilson, of course. And so that sets the defense for Cherryville. Cherryville in their white shirts and pants with red lettering and numerals, and Union County's got white pants and sort of a copper color jersey. As leading off will be Will Ray, a right-handed batter for Union County. Again, Post 535, 12-6 on the year, having disposed of Burke County in the first round of the playoffs, 3-1. And Will Ray steps in just a few seconds away from the start of the game. First pitch is in there for a strike called by home plate umpire Chris Padgett. And we're underway at 7:08. 93 degrees at the start time here. Swing and a miss. Strike two on Ray. No balls, two strikes to Ray, and the pitch from Hastings, curveball, struck him out, and that's one away here in the top of the first. Brings up J.C. Howes. Howes, second baseman, and he is a right-handed batter as well.
Howes, I remember he was on the team last year. I remember that name. I'm sure there's quite a bit of people that were on the team last year. Good team last year, good hitting team. Like I was saying before the game, they impressed me the most last year as far as the hitting wise.
Curveball inside, ball one. Next pitch, fastball, third base side, snared by Travis, and the throw got him. Great play and an excellent throw. Sam Travis at third base tonight with Dylan Hastings on the mound.
Good play over at third base with the backhand, and the throw over to first just got him at first. And I want to say a little note out to my cameraman, Shandy. Between innings, if you can, Shandy, go in the menu and see if you can get those displays off the camera there. It's a touch screen. See if you can figure it out. If not, then just turn it off and reset it, and we'll see what happens.
All right, first pitch to Jacob Rand. Left-handed batter is ball one. Dylan Hastings. 2 up, 2 down in the first. Pitch outside to the left-handed batter. 2-0. Rand, the catcher, for Post 535. Union County. The pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. We mentioned home plate umpire Chris Padgett. On the bases again is Marvin Hudson.
And I don't recognize either one of them.
Heard the name least one of the names. There's a curveball for a strike. 2-2 to Rand. Hastings using that curveball pretty effectively tonight.
Well, Hastings is pretty much, as far as what I'm looked at and told, has been the ace of the staff.
Yeah. Here's a ground ball to short, slow roller. Kraft's got plenty of time, and a throw in time. 6-3 put out. It's 3 up, 3 down. Union County in the top of the first on the B-Square Construction Post 100 baseball broadcast. And it's on the Mr. Sparky House Drug scoreboard is Union County 0, Cherryville coming to bat.
Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
Hi, Rusty Wise here. Do you know that Mr. Sparky specializes in on-time electrical service for every job? If there's a light that doesn't light or an outlet that's out, don't let that drive you crazy. Call Mr. Sparky. We have qualified electricians, all the work is guaranteed, and no job is too small. Call us today. We'll be on time, you'll see, or the repair is free. Since we price by the job and not by the hour, you'll save money. You'll love our clean vans and crisp uniforms. So don't wait. If you need an electrician, don't put it off. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
If you need an electrician, don't put it off. Call Mr. Sparky, 888-8-SPARKY.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today.
Back at Fraley Field, bottom of the first coming up. And leading off for Cherryville will be Thomas Bess. Bess will be followed by Brett Huff and Blake Mostetler for Cherryville. As Union County went 3 up, 3 down in the top of the first. A strikeout, a ground out to third, and a ground out to short. Completed at bat for Union County in the first. Thomas Bess, right-handed hitter for Cherryville, post 100, and he slices one here to right field. Right fielder with the sun in his eyes slides over toward the line to make the catch for out number 1.
That's always been tough here at Cherryville. Fraley Field, Milton, over at first base and second base and right field. I'm telling you, they can't see nothing when it's coming that way.
Yeah.
Because the sun goes down over the third base, right behind third base and left field, and so when that third baseman throws it, if he lets go of that ball above head level, they lose the ball halfway coming across over to first, and you don't see it till it gets to you. So it could be dangerous here early on at Cherryville.
Batter up's Huff. First pitch was ball 1. Next pitch inside. 2-0 on Huff. Huff, right-handed hitter. Second baseman for post 100. And thanks for tuning in and viewing in tonight on whatsupshopper.com or 1590 WCSL as the count goes 3-0 from Jordan Newsom, left-hander for Union County.
For you folks watching at home wondering about the Shelby game or listening at home as takes ball 4 for a walk, Shelby game has been delayed till 7:45 because umpiring schedule conflict, so they have no umpires over there and they're ready to play ball, Milton.
How about that? Well, you can't play without umps, I guess.
That's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Blake Mostetler.
There's probably plenty of umps in the stands that would have volunteered. They do at most ball games. They volunteer their opinion anyway, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Ball 1 to Blake Mostetler with runner on, 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. The Blue Mist waits. The pitch from the left-hander Newsom, bouncer to third. 5 5-4, 3 thrown away there at first base, backed up, however. And
missed big time on that one, Milton. He missed by probably 10 feet to his right, to the first baseman's left. The ball and actually hit the dugout in the air. So a bad throw by the shortstop allows Mosteller to be safe at first, but the out at second leads to 2 outs now here in the top of the bottom of the first.
And that'll bring up Tyler Shoemaker. Shoemaker, first baseman, right-handed hitter for Cherryville, and games I've been seeing Shoemaker in, he's hit a lot of doubles. Runner going, throw won't be in time, head first slide as the catcher couldn't get it out of his glove and get the throw down in time.
It was
and
good.
Mosteller the stolen base.
Good pitch to run on as it was a curveball, Milton, but surprising pitch to run on for Mosteller, considering, the lefties. A lot of lefties usually like to throw over on the first pitch.
And here's a fly ball deep left center. Center fielder over on the run. Caught it for out number 3, as that's what I've been seeing Shoemaker do a lot, is hit in that part of the ballpark.
Drive it to the gaps.
Yeah, and he almost got that one over the center fielder, Alan King's head out there, but instead it's out number 3, and Cherryville gets no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. After an inning.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
First baseman Hunter Hires. He'll be followed by Ben Peterson and Steve Blythe. 4, 5, and 6 spots for post 535. Hastings pitch, ball 1. Union County with a 12-6 record, and they defeated Burke County in the first round of the playoffs, 3-1, and the count goes 2-0 on Hires. Here's the pitch, fouled off. It's 2-1 now. Game 2 of this series will be tomorrow night at Wingate College. Game 3 back here in Cherryville Tuesday night. And if 4 and 5 are necessary, it'll be on the road and then back home. There's a curveball that stays inside, 3-1. Cherryville knocked off Gastonia 3 straight. Had a few days rest before tonight's game. And it is ball 4 to Hires. So a leadoff walk brings up Ben Peterson, the left fielder. Peterson, right-handed batter for Union County.
Leadoff walk, Milton's usually your worst nightmare as a pitcher. The worst thing that can happen to you. You don't want to start that off. He just puts you in behind from the get-go. And the first pitch is ball 1 there.
Hastings, actually, he struck out the first batter on 3 pitches. Ever since then, the following 3 batters, he's gotten behind in the count early. And that's high. It's 2-0 on Peterson. So the mechanics not exactly going right for Hastings right now, the right-hander for Cherryville.
Looks like he's laboring just a little bit to find his release point.
Throw to first. Hires back in. He doesn't look like a runner, but you never know. Here's the pitch. That's in there for a strike.
I think he might have had a take sign on that one, Milton. He didn't look like he even wanted any of it from the get-go. Ball went right over the outside corner, making it 2 balls, 1 strike.
And the pitch is low, ball 3. 3-1 now on Peterson. If this continues, you might see Coach Reynolds here before long. Going to the mound to see what's going on out there with Dylan Hastings. 3-1 count. And the pitch, there's a line drive base hit over a leaping Ryan Kraft at shortstop. Kraft trying to time his leap.
I think he mistimed it, Milton. I think he could have had it. He jumped, and as the ball was going over his head, he was coming down. So that means he jumped a little bit too early.
Tough to.
It just floated there.
That, yeah.
Kind of like a softball would float. And tough play there by Kraft, and that's going to leave Coach Reynolds to come out to the mound and talk a little baseball with his infield with no outs here.
Yeah.
In the top of the second inning.
Union County looking to score first in this ball game, scoreless tie, as they have runners first and second, as you said, nobody out. A leadoff walk to Hunter Hires, and then a base hit there by Ben Peterson. And the umpire is going out to the mound to break this meeting up quickly. He says, guys, it's 93 degrees, and I'm wearing all this gear. It feels a lot hotter to me. I don't know what the feels like temperature is, but at game time, 93 degrees.
Coach Reynolds had something there to say to the umpire.
Well, maybe there was a dual purpose in that trip to the mound to get his attention.
Yeah, he stood right behind Coach Reynolds. Reynolds turned around and had a few choice words for him, too.
Yeah. I think they've wanted a couple of those balls to be called strikes, of course. Who wouldn't? It was close. Batter up, Steve Blythe. And there's one right down the heart to Blythe. 0-1. Blythe, third baseman. Right-handed batter as well for Union County. For those of you not watching us on whatsupshopper.com, you can watch and hear the radio audio at the same time. Here's a bunt attempt. Third base side, foul ball. 0-2 on Blythe. Runners back to first and second.
Foul ball rolled foul. Cherryville, the field here used to have baselines built back when I played. And the field has evolved over the last 20 years. It's had lines. It hadn't had lines. It's had brick dust. It's had this sand it's got now. When I played, it had a thick brick dust. It really, really slowed down the base running.
0-2 pitch to Blythe. It is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Blythe.
A little high and out. Cherryville faithful. All the umpires in the stands. Any two of these guys could have went over to Shelby earlier.
They need umpires in Shelby, guys.
First and second, nobody out. 0-0 here in the top of the second inning. Hastings working. Infield fly rule is on.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's back at him. Going to third for the force, down to first. The throw gets there in time for the double play.
Good play there at first and third base. Over there at third for the post 100 is who?
Sam Travis.
Sam Travis.
Two good plays there. Travis on the throw that time. The first had to be a long throw.
Travis had a little bit more time than he thought he did, Milton. He didn't bother stepping in and throwing that ball. He kind of just threw it off balance, and he threw it into the ground, and one hopped over to first. Lucky the first baseman made a good play on it. Nonetheless, it was right at him. So as an infielder, you expect your first baseman to make that play.
Here's a big old curveball. It misses. Ball 1 to Carter Norris. So that's the old routine 1-5-3 double play.
It happens every game.
1-0 the count to Norris with runner at second.
They caught a balk.
They did. Okay. Down to third will go Ben Peterson.
I'm sure Coach Reynolds, I didn't see what he did.
I don't know. It caught me by surprise. I wasn't really watching.
Anybody catch what happened?
I don't know. So the count.
Must have done something with his back shoulder or glove there, Milton. We couldn't tell. That only the umpire sitting right there could.
And here's a foul ball. So now base hit will score the run, or a wild pitch pass ball, an error. A lot of ways Union County can get on the scoreboard here as the count's 1-1 on Carter Norris. And a curveball, that nice bite to that one. It's 1-2 on Norris.
That was a nasty 11 to 5 o'clock curveball there, folks.
1-2 pitch. It is a fastball grounded third base. Travis up. Has a little trouble getting out of the glove throw. Not in time. Runner slid in. And
well, I wouldn't call that a slide as much as I would have. He thought about sliding and kind of just fell into the bag.
It just kind of fell over. So it gets the run in.
Travis having trouble rushing that throw again. Like I said before, lucky the first one didn't get away. And that little bobble he took there, the ball was so slow getting out to him, such a lightly hit ball. Travis had to come up clean with the ball and couldn't bobble it just a little bit to allow the runner to get there, and the first run of the game will score for Union County.
And it's given a base hit to Norris and an RBI. It's 1-0 on the Hauser Drug Mr. Sparky scoreboard here in the top of the second inning. And Jordan Newsom, the pitcher, 8th batter in the order coming up, and Hastings is he doing okay right now?
No, well, the guy at first kind of tweaked his ankle when he fell into the bag.
I see that.
It wasn't the most graceful of slides.
I saw Hastings behind the mound with his cap off and looked like he was maybe suffering from the heat.
I wish I knew what the balk call was on. Coach Reynolds didn't argue it, but I wish I knew what it was, just so I could kind of figure out what they're looking at and thinking about there. Curveball high.
Yeah, Hastings steady diet of curveballs to these Union County batters. That one just missing. 1-0, and the fastballs threw it by him. 1-1.
I want to say hello to all of our viewers and listeners out at Shelby High School right now, Milton. They're in an umpire not being there delay. Not a rain delay, but a no umpire delay.
And no
some
umpire.
of them are up in the press box and out in the stands watching this game, waiting for theirs to start. Cicillo, David and the guys, and Dan and Andy and Clint and everybody else over there in Shelby. So thank you guys for tuning in while y'all are on break right now, waiting on some umpires.
2-1's the count. Next pitch down the heart for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 out. Runner at first, a run in the second inning here, and Union County leads 1-0. Here's the 2-2 from Hastings. A ball. 3-2 on Jordan Newsom, the opposing pitcher.
Hastings throwing a lot of pitches here.
He is indeed. He's gone 3 balls in the count on 3 batters out of 5 this inning. And here's the 3-2 pitch. Runner going. It's curveball high and another walk. And runners at first and second with 2 down for the number 9 batter, center fielder Alan King. King right-handed batter for post 535 as they still threaten here with 2 out and 2 on in the second. A run in. The pitch, bouncer first base side foul.
Runners on first and second. By top of the second inning, Post 100 trails 1-0, gave up the 1 run in this inning on a slow hit ball to third base that Travis couldn't quite get up and make the throw over to first.
Next pitch, foul ball right side, and
might as well stay out there, buddy.
Yep. Gets down around the fence on the line, and it's 0-2 on Alan King.
And tomorrow night we'll have live coverage from Wingate University, Game 2 of Post 100 and Union County. It'll be myself and Andre Bush, and maybe Josh, maybe Calvin, maybe all kinds of people.
Yeah, here's the 0-2 pitch, popped up, shallow center. Thomas Best there for the put out, and that'll do it. But Union County, a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And we go to the bottom of the second on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's Union County 1, Cherryville 0.
Come out and see the summer clearance sales at Upchurch Garden Center. They are having weekly specials that include hanging baskets, bedding plants, tropical plants, and more. Fall is just around the corner, so be sure to get your mums and pansies. They also have a fall vegetable selection of cabbage, broccoli, onions, late tomatoes, and more. Upchurch Garden Center is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 5 on Saturday. Located at 202 Roy Acre Road, Cherryville, North Carolina. Telephone number 704-435-3476. You can also check them out at upchurchgardencenter.com.
Attention diabetics. Here's a message from Hauser Drugstore in downtown Cherryville. Are you paying too much for diabetic testing supplies? Then see Hauser Drugstore in downtown Cherryville. $0. $0 is how much your monitor, strips, and lancets should cost if you have Medicaid or Medicare plus a supplement. See Hauser Drugstore today. Find out all the details. That's Hauser Drug on the corner in downtown Cherryville. For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today.
Bottom of the second, Cherryville down 1-0, and Seth Weekly, designated hitter, leads off. Ryan Kraft and Sam Travis to follow. Counts a ball and a strike on Weekly. Weekly, right-handed hitter for Post 100, looking to get the team's first hit of the game. And it's a slow grounder to short. Shortstop up and over and throws it away. It will be an error charged to the Union County shortstop.
Wide throw would have put him off the bag anyway if the first baseman would have come up with that, Milton.
Yeah.
He was going to be safe all the way. Yep.
So Cherryville had a runner on in the first on a walk, and then the fielder's choice by Mosseller. He later stole a base, but Cherryville only had left one on in the first. They get the leadoff batter on here in the second for Ryan Kraft. And the pitch from the left-hander Jordan Newsom is called a strike.
That's about a foot outside, Milton.
That may be a little payback to the fans here from Cherryville who didn't appreciate some of the calls when Hastings was out
Maybe
there.
him pulling that bunt back distracted him.
Yeah. And here's a slap base hit to right field for Ryan Kraft. Kraft gets the board with nobody out. Weekly down to second base. So Cherryville threatens here in the bottom of the second as they trail 1-0. Union County a run on 2 hits in the top of the frame. And brings up Sam Travis.
And Milton, when the umpire calls an outside strike on you, on the left-handed pitcher, next pitch you looking outside strike.
You better be looking.
And that's what Kraft was doing, and he did. Great job of hitting there, adjusting what the pitcher and the umpire were trying to do to him there. Another square around, the bunt's down.
Yeah, Travis gets the bunt down. Pitcher barehands it, throw to first, got him by a step, but it moves Weekly to third and Kraft to second. Good job by Sam Travis on the sack bunt. Goes 1-3 on the put out, and that'll bring up Dustin Wilson. So Cherryville with a tying run 90 feet away. Go ahead run at second base, and Dustin Wilson, the hitter up for Cherryville. In the bottom of the second inning here, game 1 of round 2 playoff action. And here's Wilson. His pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 1 to Dustin Wilson.
Infield in here, Milton. Looked like they're trying to cut the run at the plate with less than 2 outs. Runners on second and third. They're not willing to concede a run here early.
Here's the 0-1 pitch to Wilson upstairs, ball 1.
You'd think a team with their offense may just sit back and take their outs. But this may be their weak pitching game. We don't know. We haven't, we don't have full scouting reports on the Union County team, but different coaches do things different ways. But
And Wilson slaps one foul, first base side.
Throwing a lot of off-speed stuff, trying to get him to put the ball into the ground. Coach Reynolds asking for anything in the air, probably.
Yes. Hit it out there and give Weekly a chance to tag up at third and score.
Any little Texas leaguer might score. Was going to land with the infield as far in as they are.
Here's the 1-2 pitch to Wilson upstairs. 2-2 now on right fielder Dustin Wilson.
Folks at home, if you watch it online, right below the video player, if you guys want to chat with me and Milton, ask us some questions, just scroll down and click on the social stream tab and the check-in live chat with your Twitter or Facebook names. As the foul ball goes back to the screen, now 2-2.
Yep, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Dustin Wilson. Runner second and third for Cherryville. 1 out. Bottom of the second, down 1-0. Trying to tie it up, maybe take the lead here. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. 3-2. 3-2 on Wilson from the left-hander, Jordan Newsom.
Shelby Post 82 in Lincoln County, Game 5 tonight over in Shelby is still in umpire not being there delay. They'll be starting in about 10 minutes. You can watch live on whatsupshopper.com.
3-2 pitch, a ball outside, and Cherryville has the bases loaded with 1 out for Luke Kaiser. Luke Kaiser, the catcher for Post 100, number 9 hitter, comes up with bases loaded and 1 out. So Kaiser, right-handed hitter, steps in. Here's the pitch from Newsom, and it's high. Ball 1.
Corners in middle infielder's back, looking for the double play ball. The corners will come home with the ground ball as long as they catch it clean. Lefty on the mound, bases juiced. Less than 1 out, and infield fly is still on 2.
Here's the 1-0 pitch, and it's a ground ball at the
double
second
play
baseman.
Ball.
Yep, 4-6-3 double play, and Cherryville does not tie it up here in the bottom of the second. No runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on. We go to the third inning with Union County holding on to their 1-0 lead on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Kirk Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
Third inning here at Fraley Field, and top of the order, Ray will lead it off for Union County. High fly ball on the first pitch to Mostetler in left field for out number 1. Will Ray, who struck out in the first inning, and the fly out here is 0 for 2, and brings up J.C. Howes, a 5-3 ground out in the first for Howes. Howes, right-handed batter for Union County. Cherryville had the bases loaded and 1 out. In the bottom of the second, chance to tie it up or take the lead, and the double play erase that threat. Cherryville still trails 1-0. There's a strike called on Howes.
I'm going to sit up a little bit here, Milton, and some of the Cherryville, go ahead.
All right, here's a drive to left field.
That
Blue
ball's
Mist
going.
on the run,
It's
and it's
gone.
out of here.
Wow. It went off the bat, Milton. I didn't think it was gone, and it just kept on carrying. And like I said earlier, this Union County team will bring the sticks.
They have brought them indeed here.
And he may be the smallest kid on the team that just hit it.
Yeah. House,
no, he's a little bit taller than I thought he was.
Second baseman.
Now that he's here.
Drove it over the left field fence out there for the second Union County run, their 4th hit of the ball game.
It landed on Highway 150 out there right in front of a Navy van. So they got to see a home run as they drove by.
They sure did. It's 2-0 Union County now in the top of the 3rd. And number 3 man in the order, Jacob Rand. Jacob Rand, who had a ground out in the 1st.
They might have got a change of underwear, too.
It's 1 ball and no strikes on Rand. And there's a strike called. 1-1 to the catcher, Jacob Rand. Here's the pitch. Strike called. 1-2. Now to the left-handed batter, Jacob Rand. Ran a 6-3 ground out in the 1st inning. Hastings ready, and the pitch. Line drive base hit between short and 3rd for Rand. And back-to-back hits here for Union County with 1 out.
Good piece of hitting there by the lefty, just slapping it over between the 3rd base and the shortstop. Good opposite field hitting against the right-hander, and that's going to bring up the big boy, number 34.
Yeah, Hunter Hires, who walked in the 2nd.
I remember him last year, Milton. I think he's the kid in another one that would slide head first down the foul lines.
All right, as he plays first base tonight, and first pitch to Hires is ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Hires, throw to first, ran back in.
Hastings really wanted that one, but he was safe there. Union County wears the burnt orange look. Looks like the Texas Longhorns with a trimmed in black, though.
As Kaiser, Hastings, and Kraft meet on the mound for Cherryville Post 100. And a little trouble here. Top of the 3rd, down 2-0. Game 1 of the best 3 out of 5 series. 1 out runner at first for Union County. They've collected a couple of hits this inning, couple of hits last inning. And the batter waits as the pitch from Hastings is high. 2 balls and no strikes to Hunter Hires. And
Post 100 now trails 2-0 throw to first.
Again,
safe in there.
Pretty close over there.
Post 100 trails 2-0 now to this Union County team. Plays their home games at Wingate here in the 3rd inning.
And the pitch is ball 3, and that's where game 2 will be tomorrow night on this same network setup, WCSL and WhatsUpShopper.com.
And Milton, I'm watching online. Shelby, they're having the umpires meeting right now on the field. It's called strike. Called strike 1.
3-1 to Hires. Hires, who walked in the 2nd on a 3-1 pitch, said to throw to first, and Rand gets back in again.
Awful worried about Rand, Hastings is.
Catcher, but little fella. Not too big. Maybe he's got some speed for a catcher. Here's a ground ball to short. This could be 2. 6 to 4 to 3. The stretch.
Oh, he came off the bag.
Oh, Shoemaker trying to toe the bag. Couldn't hang on. And it'll be a fielder's choice for Hires. And a 6 to 4 put out on Rand at second. So 2 out for Ben Peterson. Peterson, who got a hit and scored a run later on in the 2nd inning, and that has got Coach Reynolds sprinting to the base umpire, Marvin Hudson.
Well, he looked safe from here. It looked like he came right off the bag on the throw. Huff didn't kind of took his time and threw it over there and ended up throwing a high throw, pulling him off the bag.
So Coach Reynolds heading back to the dugout with a little side
He's not
trip
headed back to the dugout.
No, he was kind of heading that way, and then
he took
exit
1 to the home plate umpire.
That's exactly right. So Coach Reynolds giving both umpires his view of the play.
What if we could talk him into wearing a mic?
We don't have enough.
A little lavalier.
We don't have enough delay, do we?
Do we have a beat machine?
Yeah. We'd run out of them.
Oh, now he's coming back on the field some more.
Now the home plate umpire is marching out there, and this could be trouble here as the home plate umpire gets in between the base umpire and Coach Reynolds. Coach Reynolds still heading back to the dugout, giving both umpires a lecture. And he's going to head back in now. And
Patch
we'll
is behind the plate.
Here.
Marvin Hudson out in the field.
Yep.
As Coach Reynolds let them know what he thought about the last call. I'm betting Milton he didn't go out there and tell him he's doing a good job.
No, sir. His friend of mine says, no, sir.
I hate to break Coach Reynolds' heart. I think he has the wrong call to argue, but I think he wanted to talk about the earlier stuff.
Yeah.
I think that play right there, he was off the bag.
And the first pitch was a strike called. Next pitch, good block up by Kaiser to keep Hires at first base, and it's 1-1 strike. It's been a run in here in the third. It's 2-0 Union County. The solo homer by Howes with one out. Following that, a base hit by Rand and a fielder's choice on Hires. It's 1-1 and throw to first. Hires back in. Ben Peterson, the batter. 1-1 strike count. 2 out now. Cherryville trails top of third 2-0. And the pitch. Base hit between first and second for Peterson.
Oh, and he bobbles the ball to right field. Hires isn't looking and doesn't take an advantage there. Don't know if he'd have quite made it there, but he wasn't really hustling hard into second base to make an attempt at it.
See, Blythe hit into that 1-5-3 double play in the second inning, or it could be worse than it is for Cherryville right now. Both teams have hit into double plays tonight. Cherryville hit into a double play with one out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the second when they were trailing at the time 1-0. And here's pitch foul back. Strike one. It's 2-0 now, Union County. And Blythe, the third baseman, right-handed batter, waits. As Hastings has allowed, by my book, 5 hits. Board says 6. Let's see what I missed. There's a curveball in there for a strike. 0-2 on Blythe. 3 hits this inning. 2 last inning. I don't see that other hit, do you?
I don't have the book.
You're not keeping a score. You're not keeping a score.
No, I got a lot of things going on right now.
Yeah. 2 laptops, and you're over here clicking and.
I'm tweeting and keeping up with other area scores and checking all kinds of things. Hickory leads Gaston Braves 5-3 after 2 innings.
0-2 pitch, a ball on Blythe.
Clint Spencer over at Shelby right now. The game is about to get underway at Shelby High School. Game 5, Lincoln County and Shelby. You can watch that on What's Up Shopper too after you get done watching this one.
Her ball fouled off.
Or
Still
between
1 and
breaks.
2. Ball 2 strikes on Steve Blythe. Hires at second. Peterson at first base. 2 down. Top of the third. 2-0 Union County. And the pitch from Hastings. Foul back. Just under it was Blythe.
And that Shelby Lincoln County series, man, I've been at all of those games so far, so I haven't actually seen any of Cheryl's first round action. But I've been watching and running that series, and it's been quite a series. Shelby took control in the first 2 games, and then it's been a total momentum switch as Lincoln County's won the last 2. Fly ball left field, Blue Mist runs in, jumps up in the air, makes the catch.
Yep, on the run, the Blue Mist with about 6'3" out there. He leaped. He may have overran it just a little bit, but he made the catch for out number 3. And that's it for Union County with a run on the 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. And we go to the bottom.
Having so many policies with different providers makes everything confusing.
May I? When you bundle your home, auto, and life insurance policies with Nationwide, will help you feel more protected and even save you up to 25%. I think you can take it from here, right? Nationwide is on your side.
Call your local Nationwide agent, Sandy Cunningham in Cherryville today at 704-445-1990.
For complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Seller Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shock, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Seller Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor. Reverend Eric Childers welcomes everyone to worship at St. John's in Cherryville. Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m. and worship at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have Lenten services on Wednesdays with meal at 6 p.m. and service at 6:30 p.m. through Easter Sunday. Elementary school youth also meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Third coming up, Cherryville down 2-0, and Thomas Bess batter up for a special strike from the left-hander Newsom. 0-1 pitch bounces in there. It's 1 ball, 1 strike on Bess, who flied out to right field his first time up. Bess, Huff, and Mosteller, the 1, 2, 3 spots in the order, are due up here in the bottom of the third for Cherryville down 2-0. It's Union County, game 1 of the second round playoffs, and the pitch swung on and missed by Bess. 1-2 the count. Now to the speedy center fielder.
For you local area people, Thomas Bess is the younger brother of Sabark and Tabark Bell. Tabark was one of the highest scorers. The twins played together on the basketball teams, football, and they didn't play varsity baseball when they got to high school, but they could have. Decided not to, but concentrate on football and basketball. But that's his older brothers for you older folks.
Okay. 2-2 on Bass. The count now from the lefty, Newsom, and the pitch outside. 3-2. See if Bass can draw a walk here and get on base here with Huff on deck. Bottom of the third inning, Cherryville only 1 hit in the game, and that was Kraft. Here's a bouncer to second. 4-3 the put out on Bass.
Easy bouncer for the second baseman. No problems. Nothing hard about that one. Not going to put Bass out, and that's going to bring up second baseman Huff.
Yeah, some of these Cherryville hitters not making it hard for Union County tonight. Bases loaded and 1 out. Taylor-made double play ball hit into Kaiser. Here's a bouncer to short on the first pitch. Well, third baseman intercepts it.
Hurry.
His throw, not in time. He waited around out there and kind of wanted to make it look pretty. And
yes, he did.
Too late.
He's trying to make, and the pitcher is asking him about it, telling him, hurry up, throw the ball.
Infield single for Huff.
He took his time, posed for the camera. I think he's posing for the camera.
That's what it was.
Shandy, make sure you zoom in on him when he poses for that camera.
Base hit for Huff, so Cherryville trying to get something going here with the blue misstep. Mosteller hit into a fielder's choice in the first and stole a base later on. Pitch from the left-hander in there for a strike. I think in 1 to Mosteller.
I want to say hello to one of our viewers, C Parks 07, on comments on Twitter. Milton, he said, your views would go out of the roof if you let Coach Reynolds have a mic.
Well,
he said, definitely be some great entertainment.
1-1 to Mosteller.
You're right, Mr. Parks.
Here's the pitch, and it's a foul ball right side. Now play. 1-2 to Blake Mosteller.
That's way out of play. It's almost, I was about to say to the football stadium, but there is no football stadium.
Yeah, I heard.
There's a field and a hill over there.
I heard that. I was going to buy an Eagle, and the machine took my money. Eagle, rider next to me here. It's 1-2, and the pitch swung on a miss by the blue mist. I saw the picture of the stadium being demolished. I wanted to get me a paper for keepsake, and I spent 75 cents trying to get a 50-cent newspaper. I still didn't get one. Tyler Shoemaker, the batter. And first pitch, grounded to short. Got the easy route to second for the force, and Cherryville quickly retired here in the third. No runs on a hit, no errors, and one left, and we go to the fourth inning. It's still 2-0 Union County on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard and B-Square Construction Post 100 baseball.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
All right, we go to the fourth inning.
For professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years, Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326.
And coming to bat is Cherryville. Retired pretty easily there in the bottom of the third, Kevin.
Cherryville with nothing to show for it there. Like you said, it retired pretty easily. Mosteller struck out, then the soft ground ball to second base into the inning with no threat. And Cherryville comes in here in the now top of the fourth inning, down 2-0. Plenty of baseball to play.
Carter Norris, the batter, it counts 1-0 from Hastings. Next pitch in there for a strike. By the way, I have been promised a newspaper from the Cherryville Eagle. Thank you. They're nice folks. Here's a fly ball to center. Best drifts over a little bit toward left, make the catch, and it's out number one. So, yeah, Rudolph, I'm looking down that way toward where it used to be. It's not there.
Nope.
Did you get you a brick or anything?
No, I didn't get anything. I wanted the front sign with the Ironman on it, but it tore in half when they tore it down right down the middle of the Ironman logo.
Oh, my goodness.
I kind of wanted that logo, but
that would have been nice to have.
Coach Martin told us that the setup is going to be just like Forest View. So if you've been to Forest View, that's exactly what both sides are kind of supposed to be kind of set up like. So you folks been over there, you'll know what I'm talking about. Be a bigger press box than they had. Well, not big, probably right about the same size, but a little bit more room inside.
It's 0-2 quickly on Jordan Newsom. First pitch was fouled off. Second pitch called a strike. And a big curve ball for strike three. Caught him looking.
Now, as far as football, Milton, they're only going to have the visitor side up.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what you guys are going to do. Where they're going to put the press? Are they going to have an announcer at all?
I know one thing. We can't sit ground level. You can't see anything.
Can't see nothing down there. That's true. So you guys may be sitting up on the hill there. Maybe drive the Winnebago to the games or something.
There you go.
Yeah, we're going to have to figure something out. Foul ball out to the right.
We'll get up on the hill and sit on top of the Winnie if we have to. It's 0-1 on Alan King as he fouled that first pitch off. Next pitch, a ball. See if Cherryville can get a 1-2-3 fourth here and trying to get something going with Weekly Craft and Travis due up for Cherryville in the bottom of the fourth. There's a pitch for a strike. It's 1-2 to Alan King. When was Rudolphsville Stadium built? There's a 1-2 pitch, called strike. We'll answer that question later. That is strike three, and 3 up, 3 down. Union County in the fourth, and it's still 2-0 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. You're listening to B-Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
Time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and
Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing.
Here's your card.
What was that?
It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
And Seth Weekly leads it off. First pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. This time, a little quicker reaction there by third baseman Blythe, and he makes the put out 5-3 on Weekly.
Post 100 making it easy for the Union County defense, Milton. Just
yeah.
First pitch, second pitch, a little chopper, and that's it.
Yeah,
not making the pitcher work much at all.
The third inning, Cherryville sent 4 batters up, and
how many pitches did he throw?
Let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pitches, unless there were some foul balls I didn't count on the 3-2 count on base. And here's a ground ball. First pitch, grounder to short. And Kraft is out 6-3. 2 pitches, 2 out. And it's going to be Sam Travis. You don't bet he takes a pitch? Maybe.
It's one Coach Reynolds, just don't give it to him.
Yeah.
Take the pitch. Take at least one.
At least one. Make
the
Newsom
pitcher
get tired.
Make the pitcher know that he can throw the ball and not get someone out.
Yeah. Well, Travis sacrificed bunt his first time up. He does take a strike. A little bit inside, but on the corner, I guess. 0-1 on Sam Travis. Third baseman tonight for Cherryville with Hastings on the mound. Regular third baseman. That pitch is high. 1-0. Yeah. Jordan Newsom, lefty ready, and the 1-1 pitch. Third base side, backhanded, bobbled, picked up bare hand, throw is high and away, and Travis is safe at first on the E5, and that's what happens sometimes.
Yeah, and the first baseman come down, Milton. He landed on the bag wrong, or just landed in the edge of the grass wrong, but he comes down limping.
It's Ayers over there, or Hires, and it brings up Dustin Wilson. Third baseman that time, Blythe. That ball hit his glove, rolled up his arm in midair. He grabbed it with his bare
would have been
hand.
a great play. It would have been a really, really, really good play. Probably brought the fans off their feet if he'd have made it. Well, not the Cherryville fans.
Not the Cherryville fans. Gets wrong there. Ball 1 on Wilson. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Runner aboard is Sam Travis. Wilson, ground ball between first and second. Second baseman gets there and got him by a
great
step.
play by the second baseman, closing there, Milton.
I thought that one had a chance
I thought it
of
was
getting
through.
Yeah,
You're right.
4-3 put out on Wilson will retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. And again, a quick at bat for Cherryville. We go to the 5th. Post 100 trails 2-0 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 baseball.
Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club Golf Course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club.
Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit, but ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. Completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
All right, Milton Baker and Kevin Hastings with you from Fraley Field. We go to the top of the fifth. Union County coming to bat up 2-0 on Cherryville. And Hastings pitch, ball inside to the top of the order, Will Ray. Ray is struck out and flied out in that spot tonight. 1-0 pitch, pop foul, strike one. Cherryville with just 2 hits in the game. And one by Kraft and one by, I'll tell you in a minute, Huff. And here's a ground ball, another hit for Union County between short and third.
Well, Milton, they've came to hit the ball tonight. We talked about earlier that they impressed me last year as one of the better hitting teams that I saw. And Hastings has struggled with his location so far, and the Union County has taken advantage of it. They've hammered him for, was it 6 hits now? And it seems like more. They've had to get a double play to get out of one inning, and he walked a few batters too.
Yep, sure has. And J.C. Howe had the home run his last time up. Instead of throw to first, Ray gets back in. Howes is 1 for 2 on the night. Ground out in the first, the solo homer in the third. And the runner going, Kaiser's throw. They should have him easily.
They had him by a mile.
Yeah, 2-6 on the put out.
And the third
Ray was nowhere close to the.
Well, and the third base coach Milton just threw up his hands like, "What are you doing?" So yeah. I'm guessing there's a missed signal there, miscommunication.
Pitch was a ball to Howes. We'll take that out any way we can get it there. Here's the 1-0, and there for a strike.
Gosh, I just hit a home run. I don't know if I could have took that pitch right there.
I know. That was a nice right down the heart. 1-1 pitch from Hastings, and this one's kind of fisted into shallow center. Going to get down for a base hit now.
Huff can't get to it, and Best gets by him, but right fielder there to stop it.
So yet another hit for Union County. Their second of this inning. Ray picked off a moment ago on trying to steal second, and it brings up Jacob Rand, who singled in the third. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, you owe me an eagle. Michael. Pal. The batter is Rand, left-handed batter for Union County. Throw to first.
You said it was at Bojangles and Cherryville, didn't you?
That's the box that got me.
They were probably keeping your quarters to pay for some of the extra honey mustards I asked for the other day.
And there's a strike. Well, actually, an employee there at Bojangles tried to help me out. He gave me another quarter, and it still didn't help.
Wow.
But anyway, it's
very glad the regional manager wasn't there. He wouldn't let him give you that quarter.
I think it was out of his own pocket. 0-2 on Rand. And the pitch.
But.
And this is going to be a tough one here. Travis up with it, and
good play.
It. Yep, Travis made a good recovery there because it looked like Rand had put that ball in no man's land there, but Travis coming up to make the play. He's an excellent backup for Hastings over at third base.
But he's had 2 earlier plays that he kind of struggled with moving forward, Milton, and throwing off balance. And I've been waiting for them to try to test it out. And I give him another test, and with a little left-hander up there, they decided to test him. He was bagging. He made a wonderful play, especially after making the mistakes earlier.
So it's 2 down, runner at second, and Hunter Hires the batter. Foul ball, right side, out of play. And it's strike 1 on Hires. Hires tonight has walked and reached on a fielder's choice, got to second base both times. 2-0 In the top of the fifth, Union County leads 2 out. And at second, 0-1 pitch coming up to Hires.
Runner's going.
Kaiser's throw
He
into
run
left
into the
field.
umpire.
And the runner up coming home. He's safe. And you got a stolen base and an error on the throw. And the runner scores, making it 3-0 Union County. Count on the batter is 1-1 strike.
Well, Milton, everything that could have went wrong on that play. The biggest kid on the team for Union County is in the box, so he's shielding the throw to third. So the catcher's got to get back a little bit just to make the throw, and then when he did, he bumped into the umpire, delaying the throw, and then when he threw it high. So
and that's a big run scoring here in the fifth, 3-0, and the pitch swung on a miss by Hires.
That's a good call, still in third base in that situation with your biggest batter in the plate there.
And the 1-2 pitch, curveball, strike 3. That'll do it, but a run scores for Union County. 2 hits, 1 error, and nobody left. After 4.5 innings, it's 3-0 Union County. On the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard, you're listening to B-Square Construction Baseball.
It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild. Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association. Needs of people like you. So if you're in the market for home medical equipment, visit your nearest drugstore location in the Town & Country Shopping Center in Lincoln, the Carolina Shopping Center in Bossier City, and in Honey Shopping Center, located on Highway 10 in Vail.
All right, as we go to the bottom of the fifth, Cherryville a little more of a hill to climb here, down 3-0 now as Kaiser will lead it off. First pitch of ball, Luke Kaiser, then Bass and Huff, and there's a foul ball. And it's 1-1 strike on Luke Kaiser. Kaiser, first time up, hit into the 4-6-3 double play with the bases loaded.
Folks, so Shelby game in progress now. Shelby takes a 2-0 lead in the first inning over Lincoln County. Over in Shelby just now got started, so folks.
That's the fifth game, right?
This is game 5. It's tied 2-2. Shelby won the first 2. Lincoln County won the last 2. And now Shelby leads 2-0 after 1, but anything can happen in that series. So, folks, on what you want to watch that, it's on whatsupshopper.com as well.
All right, and the 2-1 pitch to Kaiser is ball 3. 3-1 to the catcher. Right-hand hitting Luke Kaiser. Pitch from the lefty Newsom. It's ball 4. So Cherryville gets a base runner. Cherryville's had 2 hits in the game. They've had base runners on by walk 3 times and twice on by error tonight. And the batter is Thomas Bass. Bass 0 for 2 on the night. Right-handed hitter steps up against this lefty Newsom. Shows bunt. Bunts at first base side. Newsom bare hands toss to get the put out on Bass. Kaiser goes to second base. 1-3 the put out on Bass. Route number 1. And that'll bring up Huff. Huff has been on twice. He walked in the first, singled in the third. He's been involved in force outs at second base both times. And the pitch there is ball 1.
Breaking ball in the dirt. We'll say hello to all our viewers at home. You guys want to live chat with me and Milton? We'll answer your questions. Say hello to you on air. Right below the video player, click on the social stream tab and sign in with your Twitter or Facebook account. And click that big old check in and chat green button, and you can ask us whatever you want. Say hello. Wish some players good luck. Wish Milton good luck. Wish Shandy good luck out on the Henry Dome. Shandy, listen, raise your hand. There we go.
2-1 pitch grounded to short. Only play will be the first to throw in time to get Huff. 6-3 on the putout. Down to third goes Kaiser. And there's 2 away for Blake Mosteller, who'll try to get that first run on the board here for Cherryville. In the bottom of the 5th, down 3-0 now. Mosteller's reached on fielder's choice and struck out tonight, 0 for 2 officially. And see if the Blue Mist can come through here. Pitch from the left-hander Newsom. Pop foul, right side, out of play.
Oh, right on that guy's almost hit.
Almost hit a gentleman in our big old red T-shirt.
There's one guy in the whole parking lot that about landed right on top of his head.
He didn't know where it was. He just covered up. He knew it was coming his way. Somebody yelled heads up, I guess.
Somebody hit a rocket by me last night on top of the Winnebago. If I had a glove, I would have attempted to catch it, and I just let it whiz by.
Foul ball by the Blue Mist. It's 0-2 on Mosteller. Kaiser at third. Kaiser leading off the inning with a walk. Since then, sack bunt by Best and a ground out by Huff.
Thank all of our sponsors and viewers for making tonight's broadcast possible. Got a whole list of them we'll go through here in a little bit when we get some time. Tell them thank you and whatnot.
0-2 pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. Hello, the fire truck. Turning right down the light.
He's looking for somewhere to eat lunch.
Going back to the fire department, which is just beyond center field here. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed by Mosteller, and that retires Cherryville in the 5th. Can't get it going against this left-hander at this point as they leave that runner at third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 5 at Union County 3, Cherryville 0 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. You're listening to B-Square Construction Baseball.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club. Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
Be followed by Blythe and Norris. And the pitch, he taking for a strike, showed bunt, pulled the bat back, and it's called a strike on Peterson, who's 2 for 2 on the night with a run scored as well. And he gets, did it hit him? It didn't hit him. It went all the way behind him.
He thought it was going to hit him, and he turned his back and braced for it, and the curveball slid right behind him and didn't touch him.
How about that?
Those are the ones that you hate because they scare you to death. then you don't get no reward for it.
1-1 in the count. The pitch, a ball. 2-1 on Peterson.
Hastings looks like tonight with his fastball, Milton, is just throwing it instead of pitching it. You know what I mean? He's not changing location. Well, he's changing locations every time because he looks like he don't know where it's going. That fastball is low.
3-1.
Looks like he's just up there laboring and been having trouble all night.
Lights coming on here at the ballpark. A few clouds in the sky, nothing threatening right now. Some rain earlier in the afternoon. Here's a bouncer to Travis. Third base to throw off the mark, and Shoemaker will tag Peterson as he comes down the line. 5-3 put out. And we'll bring up Steve Blythe.
I guess he thought he couldn't take out Shoemaker on that one.
Yeah, Shoemaker a little size advantage there.
Travis been busy over at third base.
Really has.
In for Hastings. I mean, he's had his fair share of work tonight out of third base.
Blythe, who hit into the double play, that 1-5-3 double play in the second inning, and then he flied out to left in the third. And the right-handed batter waits, and the pitch from Hastings is a ball. I didn't catch what the first pitch was.
Well,
it's either 2-0 or 1-1.
He didn't make a call, and I guess it's a ball, but I don't know where it would have missed.
That last one?
The first pitch.
The first pitch. I didn't even see it.
Right down the middle.
And this one is a base. Will it get through? Yeah, base hit. We'll get through.
Little knobber off the end, landed right behind second base. Shortstop and the second baseman couldn't quite get to it.
And it's the 8th hit now for Union County against 2 for Cherryville. They lead 3-0 in the run column and brings up Carter Norris, right fielder, who has an RBI single and a flyout tonight. Norris, right-handed batter. Hastings out there. On the hill for Cherryville, the starter here in game 1 of the second round series. And there's a strike on the outside corner. A hot, muggy evening, I'm sure. Breeze looks like it's stopped now. The flags are just hanging there.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good breeze earlier in the game. There's a curveball from Hastings. It's inside, 1-1 strike.
Shandy, our cameraman out there, is the only person with a breeze now. I bought him. I got a super fan out there.
There
for him.
you go.
You can see his shirt blowing in the wind. If he had hair, he'd look like Fabio out there.
Super fan, huh? Gotta get me one of those.
That thing will blow the paint off the wall.
Good deal. And the 1-1 pitch fouled back. It's 1-2 on Norris. Carter Norris, distant relative of Chuck Norris. Maybe we all are. I mean, distant, who knows? Go back far enough.
Go back to Noah, we're all kin.
There you go. Oh, me, 1-2 on Carter Norris, and I don't know if he's kin to Chuck or not.
Same score, 2-0 after 2 innings over in Shelby. Shelby leads Lincoln County 2-0. You can watch that on whatsupshopper.com.
1-2 pitch on the outside corner, called strike 3, and Carter Norris is out. Number 2, and it'll bring up Jordan Newsom, the left-handed pitcher, right-handed batter.
This umpire been a little inconsistent.
He has. He's been everywhere. This at bat for Union County, it's been all over the place. And Newsom lines one to center. That Bess makes a sliding catch on out there in shallow left center for the putout. Could catch Thomas Bess for out number 3. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still 3-0 Union County. Mr. Parkey, House Drug Scoreboard. It's B Square Construction, Post 100 Baseball.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
Cherryville Federal Bank makes switching a snap. Every bank has a switch kit, but ours has a name and a face, a real person ready to walk you through all the details. Automatic drafts, direct deposit, tracking down numbers and details. Completing the process. We do everything we can to make switching a snap. So the sooner you get started, the better. Cherryville Federal Bank. It's just better here. Member FDIC.
Think about it.
And we go to the bottom of the sixth here. Shoemaker, Tyler Shoemaker will lead off. Weekly and Kraft to follow here for Cherryville. Looking for something to happen here as Shoemaker's first at bat. He flying out to center. The second at bat, a fielder's choice. So Tyler 0 for 2 on the night. Only 2 hits for Cherryville. And left-hander comes in with a strike here. 0-1 to Shoemaker.
Don't forget, folks, all these games this postseason, you can rewatch them online. WhatsUpShopper.com. Just go to the broadcast pages and click down and view the videos. They're right here below the broadcast consoles. You can watch them on there, or you can go to YouTube, search What's Up Shopper, and see all of our videos all the time, including the Grouse Parade. You didn't even know it, but Memory Lane Antique sponsored it.
Oh, okay, great. Great.
Gave you guys a few plugs down there. Told guys to stop in and see that. So but you can watch that on YouTube.
0-2, the count on Shoemaker's. He's fouled a couple off here. And the pitch, again, a foul ball. Tyler Shoemaker.
And I'm tweeting along this game at Cville Post 100. At Cville Post 100 and at What's Up Shopper. I'm retweeting the Shelby scores. Clint over there doing the camera and tweeting over there. Clint Spencer, our NASCAR weekly NASCAR columnist, and he's also the host of dirt track racing at the Cleveland County Fair on Friday nights. Me and Clint and Josh Collins do those games. You can stop by out there and have a great time with us. You can watch that on WhatsUpShopper.com too.
Shoemaker 0-2 pitch. It's snared there by the third baseman in the throw in time as Shoemaker was in a battle there with Newsom. On the 0-2 count, he had fouled off about 3 or 4 pitches. That one couldn't quite get through, and it's a put out on Shoemaker.
I think the third baseman for Union County,
Blythe?
I think Blythe likes to get his picture taken because when he catches a ground ball, he sits out there and pats it and rubs it and makes sure it's
autographs it.
Make sure it's nice and warm before he throws it over to the first baseman.
All right, brings up Seth Weekly. He reached on an error in the second. Grounded out in the fourth, and pitch is fouled back.
If I was Coach Reynolds, I'd have Thomas Best just bunt one over there to see if he can get rid of one.
Yeah.
You know?
Might be worth a try. Cherryville got to get something going. Only 2 hits being shut out right now in the bottom of the 6th, 3-0. And it counts 1-1 on Weekly.
Well, facing a lefty the first time, Milton, is always a tough chore. I'm sure if they face him again in this series, they'll be ready for it. Every lefty's different, and you're used to seeing right-handers, and then coming out in a different series. And this guy, he's pitched a great game holding Cherryville to 2 hits right now.
And a 2-1 pitch, ground ball to short. Throw is high over the first baseman's head. E6 that time. Weekly will reach for the second time on error, and that'll bring Ryan Kraft up, who's 1 for 2 on the night. One of the 2 hits for Cherryville. Kraft.
Cameraman, zoom in down here on the catcher. Something wrong with him down here talking to the umpire.
There you go. Got something in his eyes there. Maybe some dirt or something. I don't know.
Could have got dirt on a swing or a ball hit the ground or something. Anything could have happened there. But
what was going on? I'll tell you one thing. A week or so ago, bug flew in my eye and bit me or stung me, and it hurt for 3 or 4 days. I've never had anything like that in my life. I had blurred vision and watery, teary eye for about 3 days. Here's a fly ball. Right field will get down. It gets down for a base hit for Kraft. They throw to second. It gets away. Weekly's up and going to third, and he is safe at third. And Kraft on down to second on the errant throw there. So a base hit for Kraft.
Cameraman, see if you can get those people down there to your left. I don't know if you can at that angle. Maybe not. But they're sitting. There's like a little out of bounds line down there, and Tony Owens and the gang and Stan Haynes, they were moving real quick, and they're sitting there in out of bounds territory. And the left fielder done a wonderful job of cutting that ball off. Because if it had went through that, I think they would have got one more bag on that, and one of the runs would have scored for Post 100.
So with 1 out, Cherryville's big threat here with runners second and third. There was a hit and an error on the throw, and that allows runners to go to second and third. With 1 out for Sam Travis. First pitch, a ball. Travis has sacrifice bunted and reached on an error tonight. Here's pitch upstairs, 2-0 to Travis. So can Cherryville get on the board in the bottom of the 6th here with one out in 2nd and 3rd?
That right fielder should have never just even bothered throwing that ball. So Coach Reynolds going to talk to Travis.
Karate chopped a spider, left-handed. Speaking of Chuck Norris, I'm about killed a spider. The same week I got the bug bite in the eye. Same week I got the bug bite in the eye. The day before the bug flew in my eye, a spider bit me, and I had a big old swollen.
You must be sweeter than you think, Milton.
Well, now I wear sunglasses outside all the time and don't go around spiders. It's 2-0 on Travis, and here's the pitch. Strike called. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner 2nd, 3rd. Down 3-0. Tying run at bat here. Travis asked for time. And Coach Reynolds giving instructions down there from the 3rd base coaching box. It's 2-1. The pitch is ball 3. 3-1 on Sam Travis. Kraft at 2nd, Weekly at 3rd base. It's been 2 errors in the inning on Union County, 4 total for the game. And Newsom's pitch. Travis pops it first base side. It is going to get on top of the dugout and bounce over to the entrance to the school.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners on 2nd, 3rd. Bottom of the 6th inning. Post 100 trails 3-0.
This is good baseball.
Over in Shelby, Milton, Lincoln County in the top of the 3rd has cut the lead 2-1 after a Randall Ortiz over 400-foot plus home run to center field.
Ball 4 to Travis, and it almost went through the catcher's legs. He knocked it down just enough, and that'll bring up Dustin Wilson with the bases loaded and 1 out. We're going to have a pinch hitter here. Brandon Alexander going to hit for Wilson. So Alexander hits here in the 6th for Wilson.
Post 100's got the bases loaded.
All right, here we go.
Bases are juiced like the 1990s.
Juiced. Loaded. Ducks on the pond. I hadn't heard that in a long time. Ducks on the pond. You ever heard that?
Oh, yeah.
You looked at me like, what?
No. I was trying to think. There's another little saying that goes with it. Something like somebody says ducks on the pond and someone that does quacks and shoots or something. I don't know. I was trying to remember how it went.
Alexander waits in the pitch. Call a strike. Ooh, says the crowd. Ah, says the other side of the crowd. Who's an Oz? That was not the best pitch we've seen from Newsom tonight.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Infield is pretty much normal. Corners are even with the bags. Middle infielder is about normal double play depth.
It's ball 1, 1 ball, 1 strike on Alexander.
I'm sure a hard hit ball to the corners. They're coming home with it though.
Here's the 1-1 from Newsom, and this one blocked up nicely by catcher Jacob Rand. It's 2 balls and a strike on Alexander.
Great job by Rand, keeping that ball in front of him and the runner at 3rd base.
2-1 count. And the pitch from Newsom. It's low, ball 3. Nowhere to put Alexander. Batting for Wilson, who was 0 for 1 with a walk tonight, was Dustin Wilson.
3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
All right, here we go. The 3-1 pitch coming up to Brandon Alexander with the bases loaded and 1 out. Here's the pitch, and it is ball 4. And Alexander get an RBI. Cherryville gets their first run of the game, 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard.
And out comes the coach for Union County, and this is what I remember about him. We laughed a little bit last year that he doesn't take his time, and he kind of walks up there like the saddest guy in the world sometimes. But He's got a little more pep in his step right now, up 3-1. But last year, me and Richard had a nice little laugh at him because he walked out there kind of like droopy.
Yeah, kind of looks like he's just taking a leisurely stroll down the Grand Strand.
Oh, that is 6th gear for him. What you just saw.
I know. I was going to say that. That didn't look that slow to me.
He was in full speed right there.
So after a lead off ground out by Shoemaker, who had a tough battle with the pitcher, Weekly reaches on an error. Kraft singles. They go to second and third respectively on error. And then Travis walks to load them up. And then Brandon Alexander pitch hitting. He walks to get the first RBI and first run of the game in for Cherryville. You're still laughing at
you wasn't watching that whole time you were talking to Shandy. Had the camera on him. So think about all you just said, and that's how long it took him to get to the dugout.
Oh yeah. All right, we got a pinch runner here.
That's funny. Josh Beam running.
Josh Beam, going to run for Alexander. So he'll go into right field for Wilson, just what Coach Reynolds planned. He planned to get Alexander on base and then put Beam in to play right field where Wilson was.
I must have hit a button here. I jumped to Yahoo.
Uh-oh. Yahoo. All right, here is Luke Kaiser with the bases loaded again and one out. We don't want a repeat of what happened in the second. So let's see what happens here. Newsom has walked back-to-back hitters for Cherryville, and this pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to Kaiser. So it's 3-1 in the bottom of the sixth. Cherryville on the board. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. And Luke Kaiser, number 9 hitter, a good hitter for Cherryville. Trying to come through and atone for that double play ball earlier and an errant throw earlier. And the throw down to first. Beam.
Yeah,
got him. Oh, my goodness. And that will
and here we go again.
Coach Reynolds is coming on out. They pick off Beam. And you got the camera on this deal here. Here we go.
He got him around the hip, and it was bang bang. I don't know what to tell you folks whether he got him or not, but we'll got a good close up on it.
I think he was safe, and I have always been objective. If I thought he was out, I'd say he's out, but I thought he was safe.
And I'd tell you too, but I couldn't tell from up here.
Pickoff will go 1-3 for out number 2. First base open, and there's 2 down now, and Kaiser waits for the count of no balls and 1 strike on him here. I'm gonna give umpire a error on that one. He missed that call, I think, from here.
Well, when in doubt, call him safe, but
yeah, he didn't seem to be.
Umpires will tell you when in doubt, call him out.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's fouled off, or it's 1-2. That was the catcher. Was that the catcher that picked the runner off, or the pitcher?
The catcher picked him off. The catcher came up throwing
2-3
behind him. Dangerous throw, man, on third.
And here's a strike 3, and the catcher and Kaiser collide on the drop strike 3. Kaiser was shoved to the ground, he says.
Just a couple of kids being off balance as they ran into each other.
Everybody stayed in the dugout. And we go to the break. Cherryville gets a run on just 1 hit, 2 errors, and 2 left on. And we go to the 7th, down 3-1 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B Square Construction Baseball.
For the grad or dear old dad, the drugstore and home medical equipment has unique gifts for both. Visit one of their convenient locations in Lincoln and Boger City and Vail and get free delivery within 3 miles of Lincoln and Boger City. And be sure to see them on Facebook. Unique gifts for the grad and dad at the drugstore and home medical equipment. Carolina Shopping Center, Boger City, Town and Country Shopping Center, Lincoln, and in the Honey Shopping Center, Highway 10 in Vail. Today's game has been brought to you by R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop of Cherryville. R&M does all types of major and minor repairs, including custom exhaust and inspections. Plus, they sell cars, trucks, and custom and stock golf carts, plus four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and more. In the pawn shop, you'll find guns, gold and silver, and everything in between. And they buy and trade at R&M Motors Tire and Auto Center and Pawn Shop, both located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Thinking about
Union County as they lead 3-1. High bouncer to third base. Travis, can he get him? Yep. 5-3 put out on King.
Great.
Bang, bang, but I thought a good call that time.
I agree. Another good call. Another great play by Travis out there at third base. And Dylan Hastings spot there at third. Great play. He's made 2 back-to-back really good plays, Milton.
Sure has, and it brings up Will Ray as Cherryville had the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. A run in, down by 2 with bases loaded, 1 out. They got the runner picked off and then the strikeout to retire the side. There's a foul ball by Ray. 0-1. Ray singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3 on the day in that top of the order spot. Ray, the shortstop, right-handed batter, and pitch from the right-hander Hastings, called a strike. 0-2 on Ray. And the 0-2 pitch from Hastings. Big old curveball struck him out. Out 2.
Good
2 up,
deuce
2 down.
there.
2 up, 2 down brings up J.C. Howes. Howes 2 for 3, including a home run and a base hit. He has 2 runs scored on the night. 2 for 3 for Howes. Those of you wondering, it's spelled Howze.
Yep.
And there's a strike from Hastings. Looking toward Cherryville, bottom of the 7th. Have the top of the order up. Best, Huff, and Mosteller. And Cherryville only squeaking out 3 hits and 1 run on the night. 8 hits, 3 runs for Union County. Including the home run by this man, Howes. Pitch fouled off, 0-2. 0-2 the count. And game started at 7:08 tonight. Moving along pretty quickly earlier on, but now it's getting slower.
Getting more important.
Yes, it is. Fouled off. Still 0-2 to Howes.
We've had quite a bit of foul balls tonight.
A couple kids over there racing for that one. Still got to give them back.
Like I was going to say last night, that one, it was close to me. I was sitting on top of the RV doing the camera. It whizzed by me. I could have caught it if I had a glove, but I wasn't going to stick my bare hand up there. It's coming too hard.
0-2, still the count on J.C. Howes. And the pitch popped him up.
I got it.
Catcher Kaiser has a chance and makes the catch near the backstop for out number 3. Good play there. It's tough for any catcher to make, and Kaiser one of the best. All right.
Remodeling your home, or maybe you're even thinking about building a new home, or maybe a new building out back. Either way, call on the building experts at B² Construction. Get your project started today. From decks to roofing to kitchen and bath to siding to gutters. Also window and door replacement. With over 40 years of combined experience, B² Construction. Call Brad Beatonhead at 704-201-4453 or Banjo Strap at 704-713-8296 to get your project started today.
Stamey Funeral Home, serving Cleveland and surrounding counties since 1900. Stamey Funeral Home is owned and operated by the Tysinger family, loving and caring licensed professionals. Our family is here for your family during one of the most difficult periods in life, planning, pre-planning, or pre-need counseling. We're here to listen, care, and help. That's what families are all about. Stamey Funeral Home, located in Fallston. Our family serving your family.
Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by to see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. The car store now does inspections, oil changes, tire and wheel changes, along with brake service, paintless dent removal, and minor repairs. The car store in Cherryville is locally owned and operated for over 20 years on Lincoln and Highway 150 in Cherryville. Let us earn your business. If we don't have it, we will find it. Call today 704-435-1988.
West End Sales in Vale is proud to welcome Ron Parker to their staff. Ron takes his time to invite his...
Leading 3-1, and Thomas Bess leads it off here in the bottom of the 7th for post 100. Left-handed pitcher Jordan Newsom. First pitch of ball to Bess, who is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt tonight. And it's 1 ball and no strikes on Bess. The pitch, ball 2. Union County scored in the 2nd, a run on 2 hits. Left 2 on. They got a solo homer in the 3rd. 3 hits total that inning. Then they got a run on 2 hits and 1 error in the 5th. Cherryville in the bottom of the 6th, able to get 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors, and leaving 2. And it's 3 balls and no strikes now on Bess.
I'm sure he's not swinging next 2 pitches. What do you think, man?
No, probably not. Probably not. Need base runners. And once he gets on, he's liable to go to 2nd or 3rd easily, as that's ball 4 on 4 pitches. And Bess gets the board for the first time tonight. That's what we've been missing, is on base Bess there.
That's true. Very important to get you a lead runner on base, and Bess, one of the best lead runners in the area. One of my favorites to watch is the kid over for Lincoln County, Hodges. Clay Hodges. He's very, very fast left-handed kid, and Shandy probably, our cameraman, has umpired a couple of his games. If you can remember those East Lincoln teams, there was a little red-headed kid, left-handed. If he got on, he stole 2nd, 3rd, no matter what, and that's what he does in Legion ball too.
Huff, right side foul. That's an opposite field Wilkins almost for Brett Huff. Had some distance, but foul, strike 1.
I think Hodges the other night, Milton, hit 4 balls in the dirt and got on base every time. It just chopped it and go.
He can go. And the throw to first. Bess back in easily.
Bess was leaning a little on that one. I can see why he threw that one over there.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like he was being greedy.
Left-hander Jordan Newsom, very effective tonight. And the pitch to Huff upstairs. Newsom has, like I say, the 3 hits given up to Cherryville. He's walked a few batters, walked about 5. Walked 5 batters, and his teammates have made a couple of errors. And there is a strike call, 1 and 2. Actually, they made 4 errors, 2 in 1 inning.
Yeah. They've had and that was the same story last year, Milton. That now that everything's coming back, this is deja vu for me. They had 3 to 9 errors, it seemed like, every game last year, but they'd also put up 8, 9, 10 runs.
Pitch to Huff, swung on a miss for strike 3, and there's 1 away for Blake Mosteller.
Mosteller struck out twice tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Or 3.
And reached on a fielder's choice and then struck out back-to-back times. So let's see if the Blue Mist can get it going here.
Both times he struck out, he blamed his bat and his helmet.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes.
They took the brunt of his frustration.
Foul ball. Third base tight, and that hit his foot. Ouch.
Yep, that hurts.
Still trying to shake it off now. The Blue Mist, Blake Mosteller.
Mosteller was a constant viewer of our Cherryville Ironman broadcast earlier this year with his brother on the team.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. And a 0-1 pitch upstairs. See, is his brother a left-handed pitcher, I believe? Is that right?
I never saw him pitch. I saw him play first, and he was left-handed batter. So
yeah, I think he's a left-handed pitcher. We saw a couple.
Rip down the line, base hit. This will be 2. Thomas may score. Let's see if he can get there. Oh, he bobbled the ball in left, Milton. Thomas missed third base, though.
Coming in to score standing is Bess. Now let's wait and see. He did sort of have an awkward approach to third base there. Did he get part or any of the bag there.
Judy says she can see better than me, so he touched it.
Mostetler will get a double, and we'll hold on and see if he gets the RBI or not. They're going to appeal.
They're going to appeal second, and he missed third.
Appeal to the wrong base, maybe. Appeal to them all. Well, okay. It counts, and it's an RBI double, and it's a 3-2 ball game for Tyler Shoemaker. Cherryville's fourth hit there. The double and RBI for Mostetler. And now they do it again.
We got to make a call there, buddy.
Base umpire says he's safe. That was interesting.
He was safe at second, Milton. He's out at third.
They appealed to the wrong base.
Yeah, he can't do. He can only do one.
Yeah. So anyway, the run holds up. Wonder what he'd have said if they appealed to third. And
Coach Reynolds would have lost his shirt, probably.
he would have gone back out there. Ball one on Shoemaker. The Blue Mist tying run at second. He makes it a one-run game with his double, scoring Bass. And the pitch is ball two. What made it so interesting down there at third is Bass was going to stop at third until Coach Reynolds saw the left fielder bobble the ball out there, let it get behind him a little bit, and he told him to keep on running, and Bass had his stride was sort of messed up coming around third. And there's a
watch out, Shandy.
Yeah, our cameraman on the Henry Dome there about got him.
Hey, buddy, I got some extra draws up here if you need them.
We got instant replay. Let's see that. How close that came. It was close enough.
I'm going to watch the replay tomorrow and see if you can see the baseball coming at Shandy's head.
2-1 on Shoemaker. Don't hit our cameraman, Tyler. Here's the pitch. Oh, wow. Called a strike, 3-1.
That was a 1 to 7 o'clock deuce there from the lefty.
So it's 2-2 to Shoemaker with one down and the tying run at second here in the bottom of the seventh for Cherryville. Pitch from Newsom is swung on and missed. He struck him out for out number 2, and it brings up Seth Weekly. Weekly, the designated hitter tonight, and he has been on base twice by error. In the middle of that, he grounded out 5-3. So Weekly with 2 out. See if he can get Mostetler around here. Swing and a miss. And Newsom's all of a sudden found his second win this inning here. Starting to look like his old self is Newsom. And the pitch inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Three to 2, Cherryville Trails, Union County here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is ball 2.
Tried to backdoor cover him there, Milton, on the outside corner. Couldn't quite get it down in time. I think it was a little high and a little outside. Coach Reynolds wants to talk it over.
We're in the bottom of the 7th. 3-2. Union County leads by 1. Cherryville with the tying run at second base. 2 out here. Coach Reynolds and his hitter Seth Weekly talk.
What are they talking about?
Toward the pitcher's mound.
And a 2-1 count with 2 outs and a man on second.
What to talk about? Get a hit. Get a hit.
Unless he picked up on maybe he's tipping his pitches a little bit or something going on. I mean, I don't know what Weekly needs to hear right now.
And he swings and misses the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Deuce is wild. Runner at second.
Maybe he's going fastball, curveball, Milton.
Picking up on that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See if we see the breaking ball.
And the runner going. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and he strikes out back-to-back hitters after Mostetler doubles to get that run in. So for Cherryville, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the 8th 3-2 Union County on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B-Square Construction.
Friends and former customers to come by and see him for all of your farm and lawn and garden equipment needs. And for a limited time, get a free loader with any Coyote Series tractor, excluding the DS Series. And get a free first-time oil change with the purchase of any new tractor. See Ron Parker today at West End Sales, Highway 1827 intersection in Vale. Where can you get the highest quality in electrical service at a price that you can afford? From Dellinger Electric of Cherryville. Gary Dellinger invites you to give them a call for a quote on your commercial or residential electrical needs. Call 704-435-0705. No matter the job, Dellinger Electric of Cherryville can handle it. They feature weekend and holiday service. So before you pay an extraordinary price for an ordinary electrical job, call on Dellinger Electric of Cherryville, 704-435-0705. There is a national shortage of home standby generators. Now is the time to order your Generac home standby generator from Mr. Sparky and Wise Electric in Cherryville. Call now and get $500 off when you mention this ad.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, all your repair is free. You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
All right, we go to the 8th. The 3-0 lead whittled down 3-2. Cherryville scored a run in the 6th and a run in the 7th. Top of the 8th, the leadoff batter is Jacob Rand, the catcher, and it's strike one from Hastings to the left-handed batter. Next pitch outside, 1-1 strike. Rand bats left-handed.
Still 4-1 in the middle of the 5th inning, Milton, as Shelby leads Lincoln County over at Keeter Stadium.
And it's called strike two, 1-2 to Rand. Rand tonight is grounded out, singled, and had a sacrifice bunt. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Hastings. It's fouled off. Just got a piece of it, did Rand. 1-2 count. Rand, Hares, and Peterson, the 3, 4, and 5 spots in the order. You up here for Union County in the top of the 8th. The pitch to left field. Could be trouble. Will the Blue Mist get there? Yes.
Good play by Mosteller, coming all the way over and catching it right on the line. Long way to run there, Milton.
A long way to run. His foot probably still hurting a little bit from that foul ball.
He is favoring it a little bit. The ball, ball staying in the air, just floated for him. He just crept right up under it.
And it brings up Hires. I'll get it right in a minute. Hunter Hires, who has walked, reached on fielder's choice, and struck out. Looking tonight, and there's a strike to Hires. Oh, 1 count, and the pitch from Hastings to right field.
That's getting down.
Yeah, that will get down for a base hit. You've got Beam now playing out there in right field for
Does
Cherryville.
He got a couple of hits today, Milton? He's been awful active.
Hires, that's his first hit. He's walked and he's reached on a fielder's choice.
I remember him from last year, maybe. 33 down the bullpen is throwing along with, I think that's 33 warming up there, Milton. It's on the Union County roster,
other
if you got that.
Yeah, that'd be Nick Norton.
Nick Norton warming down in the bullpen for Union County, and I would guess he's on the bench and they only brought 12. That's probably what he came for.
Yeah. And it's ball 1 to Peterson. So 1 out, 1 on for Union County here in the top of the 8th, leading 3-2. Peterson, a couple hits tonight, 2 for 3. And it's ball 2 inside. 2 singles for Ben Peterson. Last time up, he grounded out 5-3. Throw to first. Hires is back. The 2-0 pitch to right field, line drive right at Beam this time for out number 2.
Beam didn't have to really move a step there.
Not at all. Just sort of bounced there a little bit,
That's
waiting
good
on
coaching.
that ball.
That's positioning right there, isn't
it?
It
is, man. And if he pulls it or pushes it a little one way or the other, it probably would get down because it was hit so hard and on such a line shot.
3-2, top of the 8th inning. Union County leads Post 100 in Game 1 in the second round.
It's ball 1 to Blythe, third baseman Blythe, who's hit into a double play tonight. He's flied out and singled. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Hastings. Ball 2 is high. 2-0 to Blythe. Blythe hit into that 1-5-3 double play in the second inning. And there's a strike from Dylan Hastings, 2-1. Game 2's tomorrow night at Wingate. Be on the radio and WhatsAppShopper.com. Who will have the series lead at that time? Will it be Union County, or will Cherryville come back tonight and win this game at home? There's a foul ball, 2-2. Now Deuce is wild on Blythe.
Well, we're strategically pulling for a Cherryville sweep.
That's right. Less trips to Union County, the better.
Yeah. I got to go tomorrow. Milton will be off tomorrow. I'll have that broadcast either, depending if Shelby wins tonight, either Josh Collins or Calvin Hastings will join me tomorrow evening.
And Tuesday night, Game 3.
Back here.
Game 3 will be here Tuesday night. I should be here for that.
And it'll be either me or Josh with you then, depending on if Shelby advances or not.
And should they go back to Union County Wednesday night, I can be there if you need me. Let's put it that way.
Milton will be going Wednesday night.
I do have a prior engagement, but it can be skipped, I guess.
Doesn't sound like that prior. You really want to go to that prior engagement.
Well, yeah, I need to be there. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's was it? No, says the base umpire. He did not go around. 3-2 on Blythe.
And I'll go ahead and tell you, Milton, you see that umpire there in the middle of the field with someone's on, you're not going to see a lot of accepted check swings. They're not going to say he went a lot. It's just too tough to tell if he crossed the plate and wavered at it right there in the middle of the field unless you just really know.
Here's the 3-2 runner going, and the pitch is ball 4, so a walk anyway. And it'll be runners first and second with 2 out for Carter Norris. He's 1 out of 3 tonight.
Breaking ball missed high, broke right above the belt.
And so it's first and second, 2 down. Top of the 8th, 3-2 the score. Union County leading. One time it was 3-0.
Shelby still leads 4-1 after 5 over Lincoln County Cardinals over in Shelby tonight.
They finally got started when some umpires got there.
Well, they had a 45-minute delay because they didn't have the right scheduling of the umpires. And I can see how that happens with the way this the playoff system set up. Ground ball first base side.
Yep, Hastings will glove it and race to the bag for the 1 unassisted put out on Norris for out number 3 here in the 8th inning. And for Union County, no runs on 1 hit, no errors and 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Cherryville coming to bat. Kraft, Travis, and Wilson. Somebody drew up. Beam, I guess. We'll be right back.
Friends, let's stop spending our weekends driving back and forth from some home improvement warehouse. Let's make one trip to Ace. Get help quickly from people who know their stuff. And do it all before our second cup of coffee. Get your weekend back.
Ace can help you quickly turn your to-do list into a to-done list.
To help out with your weekend projects, see Ferguson's Ace Hardware. Ferguson's Ace Hardware on Highway 150 East in Cherryville, helping you out with your weekend projects.
Ace, the helpful place.
Hi, I'm Sherry Hefner, the pastor's wife at the First Baptist Church of Cherryville. Proverbs 22:6 says, "Teach your children the way they should go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it." As a mother of 4 teens and young adult children, I can attest to the many challenges of Christian parenting in these modern times. That is why this scripture is such a comfort to me. I can rest assured knowing that regardless of the choices my children may make in life, they can never get away from the godly upbringing that my husband and I have provided for them. Are you laying a godly foundation for your children? This is Sherry Hefner of First Baptist Cherryville, where we strive to accomplish all things through Christ.
Buy one, get a second at half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27 west of Lincoln. Ask about their buy one, get one half price specials. On Mondays, it's a poor boy basket. Tuesdays, a cheeseburger basket. Wednesdays, a barbecue basket. Thursdays, a chicken filet basket. And on Fridays, it's a big old fish basket. Buy one, get one half price at the Home Place Restaurant, Highway 27, 2 miles west of Lincoln. And be sure to use their convenient drive-through window.
Outs in regulation here, down 1 run, 3-2.
Well, that's the bad news. The good news is they're only down 1, Milton, so any swing of the bat can tie it up, and that's the good news for Post 100, although the bad news is they haven't had much success. But even better news, we go back good to bad. We got a new pitcher on the mound, so
sure is.
Not have to look at that lefty anymore for Post 100.
And here's Kraft, who is 2 for 3, hits one to the third baseman, and the 5-3 put out on Ryan Kraft. Quickly one out here. That new pitcher again is Nick Norton, right-hander, number 33, Nick Norton. And Sam Travis is the batter up. Travis walked his last time up. He's got a sacrifice, reached on error, and reached on the walk in tonight's game. Cherryville needs a base runner or two here to get things going. There's a strike called on Travis from Nick Norton. Oohs and ahs again. And a woo or two. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's a strike. 0-2 on Travis. Going from the left-handed pitcher to the right-hander here, Norton. And the pitch, ground ball, third baseman Blythe up and over in time. Another 5-3 put out in the inning. 2 up, 2 down, and brings up Josh Beam. Josh Beam, who's in right field now. Is a couple innings back. Brandon Alexander pinch hit and got a RBI on a bases loaded walk in the 6th. Then Beam went in to run for Alexander, who was batting for Wilson, who was the starting right fielder. Beam went in to run and went on in to play right field. It's ball 1 here on Josh Beam, who's a good hitter. Let's see if he can get something going here for Cherryville with 2 out. That's high. 2-0 from Norton, who's a fast worker out there. He gets the ball back. He's ready to go. The pitch, and it's fouled off.
Oh, that's right at Shandy's truck.
Uh-oh.
Made him look, though.
Yeah. 2-1 on Beam. The pitch, way out, high and outside. 3-1.
Norton's having a problem getting the ball down.
Mm-hmm.
Missing high.
Let's see the 3-1 pitch here from Norton. And it's inside corner for a strike. Beam thought he had a free pass first.
Beam was getting ready to toss the bat back to the dugout and head to first. And umpire called a strike on the inside corner.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3 called.
3.
Strike 3 called, and it's 3 up, 3 down Cherryville in the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th, down 3-2 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard at Speed Square Construction Post 100 Baseball.
Come out and see the summer clearance sales at Upchurch Garden Center. They are having weekly specials that include hanging baskets, bedding plants, tropical plants, and more. Fall is just around the corner, so be sure to get your mums and pansies. They also have a fall vegetable selection of cabbage, broccoli, onions, late tomatoes, and more. Upchurch Garden Center is open 8 to 5:30 Monday through Friday and 8 to 5 on Saturday. Located at 202 Roy Acre Road, Cherryville, North Carolina. Telephone number 704-435-3476. You can also check them out at upchurchgardencenter.com.
Attention diabetics. Here's a message from Hauser Drug Store in downtown Cherryville. Are you paying too much for diabetic testing supplies? Then see Hauser Drug Store in downtown Cherryville. $0. $0 is how much your monitor, strips, and lancets should cost if you have Medicaid or Medicare plus a supplement. See Hauser Drug Store today. Find out all the details. That's Hauser Drug on the corner in downtown Cherryville.
All right, we go to the ninth, a one-run game. Advantage Union County as their number 8, 9, and 1 batters are due up here in the ninth. Post 535, looking to take a 1-game-to-none lead in this best 3 out of 5 series. They won their first-round series with Burke County 3-1, losing the third game of the series. Cherryville swept Gastonia 3-0 in the first round. There's ball 1 to the batter. Is that the pitcher, Nick Norton? And it's 1-0. The next pitch foul back. It is Norton. Norton, who pitched the 8th and got Cherryville 3 up, 3 down. It's 1-1 strike on Norton. Pitch from Hastings. Ball. 2-1 now. Is it 9 hits for Union County, or is that an 8 with a light bulb out?
That's 9.
Okay. 9 hits, 4 hits for Cherryville. 3-2, Union County leads in the score. Here's a tough play. Hastings makes the fielder and the throw in time to get Norton.
Good athletic play over there by Hastings, coming off the mound and making the catch and throw over to first base. Post 100 tonight, Milton. I mean, you only got 4 hits. You know, that's the number one spot to look, as to if you can't come away with a win in this game, why? You can't win a lot of American Legion games with 4 hits.
Here's the number 9, batter, a little looping liner over the shortstop's head for a base hit for Alan King. Or is that, yeah, that's still King, number 18. As he collects his first hit. 1 for 4 on the night, the 10th hit for Union County. We've seen that twice now with Union County bats, just a little soft liner that stayed up high enough to get over the shortstop's head. And the batter up is the top of the order, Ray. And the pitch is ball 1 to Will Ray. 1-on-1 out. Ray tonight 1 for 4 with a single and 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Not necessarily in that order.
Shelby still up 4-1, middle of the 6th inning there, Milton, on whatsupshopper.com, WOHS 1390 AM. You can catch that live action. Just scroll up on the What's Up Shopper page. Above this game is the throw to first. Runner safe.
Still a ball, no strikes on Ray. And the pitch. Ball 2. 2-0 count.
Tomorrow night's game will be live from Wingate University. Union County will be hosting Post 100.
There's a strike on the 2-0 pitch. 2-1. 2-1 on Ray. King at first. 1 out. Throw to first.
Got it.
King safe.
Close.
Yeah.
Got a little excited. I couldn't quite tell if he got him or not, but it is bang. And he's gone.
Runner's going. It's
Chopper.
a ground ball. It's going to be Travis fielding and throwing and no way to get him. Everybody's safe. It's an infield single for Ray.
It was a good it was a good play for him to even catch that and make a play, Milton. I mean, a high
right.
chopper. The runner was gone. There was no shortstop there. The shortstop was covering out at second base. Just a little bit of everything went wrong right there. And even if there wouldn't have been no runner, I still don't think they'd have had a chance to get him. The ball bounced up so high in the air.
Yeah. Travis, like I say, good job just to get there and catch it over his shoulder, kind of like a pop-up. It took such a high bounce. The batter is Howes, who almost got hit by the pitch.
Oh, that was pretty close.
Ball 1 on Howes, who has a home run.
Out comes Coach Reynolds. Talk it over as Hastings, he's been laboring tonight finding strikes on. He's done a great job only holding Union County to 3 runs after having 11 hits. He's walked a few batters too and 1 error, so there's been plenty of base runners for Union County. And one of those runs is a solo homer, Milton. So, yeah. I mean, once they get on, they've held them in check.
Yeah, this batter up Howes, he had the home run in the third to make it 2-0 at that point. It was 3-0 Union County. After the top of the fifth, Cherryville made it 3-1 with a run in the bottom of the sixth, made it 3-2 with a run in the bottom of the seventh. So Union County has not scored since the fifth inning, but they threaten here. First and second with one out. And their number 2 man in the order, J.C. Howes, the batter up. He's 2 for 4 on the night with an RBI on that homer.
Folks watching at home during the games, here on WhatsAppShopper.com, you want to live chat with us, you can. Me and Milton will answer your questions. College Strike 1. Just sign in under the video player with your Facebook or Twitter account, and you can live chat with me and Milton, or me and whoever's at the ball game, or Josh and whoever. And we'll be glad to answer your questions.
And the count is 1-1 now on Howes. Next pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 to second baseman J.C. Howes.
Curveball's looking big and beautiful to Howes, taking some mighty hacks at it after he's already homered once tonight.
And the pitch, 1-2 pitch, a ball, good block up by Kaiser. 2-2 now. J.C. Howes.
Tell Hastings might have lost a little on his fastball here tonight. Milton, as the game's gone on, like I said earlier, seemed to be throwing it and not pitching it, and now he's trying to overthrow a little bit, and you can tell when the pitcher overthrows, they pull it to the left there. Curveball is beautiful, though. Pop up second base.
It's going to be a crowd there. Huff will make the catch as everybody converged on that. First baseman, right fielder, second baseman, and Huff.
Well, it
should have a collision.
Well, it should have been an infield fly.
That's
runner on first, second, one out.
True, too.
That's an infield fly right there. Whether they caught it on the field, I couldn't tell.
And that's out number 2. Then it'll bring up Jacob Rand. Rand, the catcher, is 1 for 3 with a sacrifice bunt also tonight. And the pitch is ball 1 to Rand. Rand, left-handed batter. And runners at first and second, 2 out now. And that's ball 2.
He tested Travis with a bunt earlier in the game and about beat it out. Travis making one of 2 great plays tonight. He's been very active. We talked about earlier. He's had about 5 or 6, maybe even 7 ground balls hit to him tonight.
So 2-0 pitch. Called a strike, 2-1. Don't forget our post-game wrap-up brought to you by College Building Supplies. And in that wrap-up, we will name a MVP of the game for Post 100, brought to you by Medical Center Pharmacy. We hope it's in a come-from-behind winning effort here tonight. Looking at Cherryville in the bottom of the ninth, it's Kaiser, Bess, and Huff due up. And the count goes 3-1 on Rand. Still got 1 out to get here in the top of the ninth and hold Union County from scoring any runs here. It's a 3-2 ball game right now. And the 3-1 pitch from Hastings in there for a strike. 3-2. He just had to throw that one right in the hat to get the strike call. He had to throw right down the Broadway.
Yep. Full count. 2 outs. 3-2. Union County leads top of the ninth. Runners on first and second base.
All right, here we go.
Game 1 of second round playoffs.
Instead to look to second, no throw, nobody covering there. Hastings just fluffs the runner back to second. 3-2 count on Rand. That's third in the order. And the 3-2 pitch is ball 4. So the bases are loaded here in the top of the ninth with 2 out.
That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter.
What you don't want to see here. Eh? Cleanup hitter Hunter Hires with 2 out and bases loaded.
You wouldn't exactly call Hires a small kid, Milton, would you?
No, he's not a little guy. He's about 6'1" or 2", big fella.
And there's probably a reason he's batting cleanup, too.
Yep, there's a strike from Hastings. 0-1 on Hires, who singled his last time up, went to right field with it. He's also walked tonight and reached on a fielder's choice and struck out looking. Not in that order. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and it's a ball. It's 1-1 strike on Hires. Big chance for Union County, and tough spot to be in here for Cherryville. 1-1 pitch to Hires. It's strike on the inside corner.
That was inside by what, 8 inches, 10 inches?
I reckon. I have no idea.
That was off the plate.
1-2 pitch, pop fly, right field beam under it, makes the catch. Wow, he had to go down on one knee, but he got it. And that's out number 3. No runs.
Made an adventure of it.
Sure did. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left on. Do-or-die time for Cherryville coming up bottom of the 9th, down 3-2 on a Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard. It's B-Square Construction, Post 100 base.
For over 50 years, Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville has been locally owned and operated. Napa Auto Parts in Cherryville specializes in auto parts, paint, hydraulic hoses, and more. Plus, they have an experienced and knowledgeable staff working to serve you, no matter what your automotive needs are. See Drew and his crew of automotive specialists at Napa Auto Parts, 905 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 704-435-4581 today. Get your prescriptions to go from Medical Center Pharmacy in Cherryville. Yes, delivery is now available. Look for the Medical Center delivery van in your area. Just call 704-435-3263 for your prescriptions to go. You can even order online at mcpcherryville.com. Check out that new and improved website. And the grill is now under new management. Come on in for your favorite sandwiches. That's at the Medical Center Pharmacy, East Academy Street in Cherryville. On the go for you. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger takes this time to invite you to Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry in Cherryville and Cherryville Dental Clinic. You'll find a state-of-the-art facility with excellent dental care from their competent and caring staff, offering a wide array of preventive, cosmetic, and restorative procedures, and they strive to improve your dental health and a higher quality of life. Dr. Paul H. Cloninger Dentistry, 1015 East Kirk Street in Cherryville, and Cherryville Dental Clinic, 106 North Mountain Street in Cherryville. Visit the website at CloningerDentistry.com.
Here's the pitch. And it's a ground ball third base. Up in his gut. Throw in time. Got him 5-3. So Bess is up next. Bess, who walked and scored his last time up, and it's the only time he's been on base.
Well, he's going to have to make it happen, Milton, as a leadoff hitter and one of the leaders on this team. College player, coming back from college to play. 9th inning, down 1. It's your job to get it done, Milton. So he's going to have to work a walk, get a base hit, steal second, steal third.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
So this game and this last inning will probably come down to what Thomas does here.
They're facing Norton again for the second inning now. He came out in the 8th to start the 8th for Union County. Their starter, Newsom, went 7 complete. Norton retired Cherryville 1-2-3 in the 8th. And he's gotten the first 4 he's faced out here as Bess is the batter now, and the count goes 2-0 on Bess. Bess walked and scored in the 7th. That was against the left-hander Newsom. And here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a strike, 2-1.
Looked pretty good, Thomas, but you got to take that. Got to make him come to you, Milton. So you got to see if he's got 4 balls or 3 strikes in him here.
2-1 pitch is ball 3. You're absolutely right. And
hold on that bat, Thomas.
Yep.
Work the walk. Work the walk. Work the walk.
Cherryville down by a run here, bottom of the 9th at Fraley Field. Here's the 3-1, and we have time here. Just about the time Norton was in his windup, umpire calls time.
Well, he didn't quite see Thomas's hand up there, and it was up. It was up before he started his windup, but umpire didn't see it until he was about halfway through his windup. So a little iffy, and the umpire doesn't have to give him time there, Milton.
You're right.
Oh!
Strike call. That one's very low, and it goes 3-2 on Bass. Wow, what a call! What a call!
Full count to Thomas. I mean, it's a close pitch, but Thomas didn't need to be swinging at that anyway, whether or not. So you got to go with what the umpire is going to call there.
3-2 pitch. And it's a ground ball to third.
He's beating that
smothered
out
over there by Blythe, but it'll be a base hit for Bass.
I was about, there's no way, as long as it takes Blythe to throw that baseball, that he will ever throw Thomas Bass out. On. I think he could hit it straight to him, Milton, and he's not going to throw him out because he takes forever.
Yeah,
I can't.
He straightens himself up.
He takes as long as his coach takes to walk out to the mound to throw the ball.
All right, there's a chance for Cherryville now, tying run aboard here with 1 out in the bottom of the ninth. And the number 2 man of the order, Brett Huff. Brett Huff is 1 for 3 on the night. Also has a walk to his credit this evening. But he struck out his last time up against the left-hander Newsom. So he faces Norton for the first time. That's the first base runner on for Cherryville against Norton since he came in the 8th.
Only thing you don't want here is a hard ground ball.
Yeah. Both teams have hit into double plays tonight.
Like to see a ball down the line, Milton. Give Thomas maybe a chance to score from first.
Here's the pitch. It's a bouncer
There's
to
a chopper.
third. He will go to second, and it's safe. Safe at second is Bass.
Huge mistake by the third baseman over there with Thomas Bass running. And as long as he takes, we just talked about it, as long as he takes to release the ball, he's got
a little flare.
He winds up, flares it, throws it underhanded. And he's got to go to first base with that, get the out, put all the pressure on the guy at the plate with a man on second.
All right, here we go. Blake Mosteller. A run will tie it. 2 will win it here in the bottom of the ninth for Cherryville. And Blake Mosteller, who had an RBI double his last time up.
Coach Reynolds going to talk it over with Mosteller here down the side.
The last play, a fielder's choice for Huff. He's safe at first. Bass is safe at second. Still only 1 out.
So Mosteller not only with a chance to tie Milton, a chance to win it here.
Yes, sir.
With Bass out at second, Huff at first.
Here's Nick Norton. The right-hander looks to second. Now the pitch to the blue miss. Third base line, foul ball. Oh, close.
Bass with absolutely almost no lead out at second base. He's not even chancing it right now, getting picked off.
Strike 1 on Mosteller. Oh, 1 count on Blake Mosteller. Big right-handed hitter for Cherryville. Bass at second, Huff at first. Here's the pitch from Norton. Foul ball again, 0-2 on Mosteller.
Mosteller way out in front, Milton. If he'd throw him a changeup, outside corner changeup or a curveball here, Mosteller might spin himself into the ground swinging so hard. I mean, he is way out in front.
All right, it's 0-2 count.
Trying to put a charge into it. I know what he's doing. I mean, you got to be pumped. Mosteller relax, take a good solid swing here. He'll knock Thomas in.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Mosteller.
That's a waste pitch there. See if he'll chase high.
Norton and Mosteller battling here in the bottom of the ninth.
You'll probably see the strikeout pitch here, Milton, with the curve. He'll probably go breaking curve or change on outside.
1-2 pitch to right center. Caught on the run.
Thomas didn't tag up. He's got to go all the way back to second and won't advance.
A great catch out there by the right fielder who now may have hurt himself in the process.
Well, Bass has got to realize, Milton, that if that ball drops, he can walk in from second base. And instead, he didn't tagged up. He was almost at third and had to come all the way back, and he doesn't advance. So now a single may or may not get Thomas in. So,
it's
small bit of base running mistake there by Bass, not tagging up, but still in scoring position.
And it'll bring up Shoemaker with 2 out then. Cherryville
He could have
down
walked.
by a run.
Like I said, Milton, he would have walked in if the ball would have hit the ground actually out there. So there was no need for him to be at third base.
Yeah, unless he was just sure it was going to get down, and it was questionable right to the very end as Norris able to run it down. And it brings up Shoemaker then. Shoemaker looking for a hit tonight. He's 0 for 4 on the evening.
Post 100 down to the last out. Now, has he faced the righty yet?
No.
Okay.
And here's the pitch in the dirt, blocked up by catcher Rand. Ball 1 on Shoemaker. Weekly's on deck. But there are 2 out here. Cherryville needing at least 1 run here in the bottom of the 9th. 2 would win it. The 1-0 pitch to Shoemaker, third base side foul.
Lincoln County has tied Shelby Post 82 in the top of the 7th inning. It's now 4-4 over at Keeter Stadium.
1-1 count on Shoemaker here.
Last year, Lincoln County swept Post 82. Shoemaker at the plate.
All right, here's the 1-1 pitch from Norton, and it's in the dirt, blocked up again by Rand, 2-1. Well, Rand's done a good job.
He's done a great job behind the plate. I don't know if we've seen anything hit the backstop tonight, have we, Milton?
I don't know.
I don't think I remember one.
2-1 count on Shoemaker. And here's the pitch. It's low, 3-1. 3-1 on Tyler Shoemaker. 2 out. Runners first and second.
Got to get a hit. Walk will help. Won't hurt. But you'd rather have a big hit here. 3-1 count. You know he's going to get a fastball. Like seem something, hammer something in the left field gap. That's the biggest gap we can see out there right now.
Yep. Here's the 3-1 to Shoemaker from Norton. And it's a bouncer to third. Blythe bobbles in. And everybody's safe. Everybody's safe on the error by the third baseman, Steve Blythe. And how about that, folks, as everybody's safe, bases loaded, 2 out for
And the coach
Weekly.
from Union County is going to come out and talk to the field umpire and ask about some interference, but there was nothing nothing that I know of right there. Shandy, you calling interference on that one? Give me a up. He's saying no. Shandy's a veteran umpire, our resident umpire, and the field umpire is going to ask the base umpire because he doesn't know the rules. This is what happened. Well, if you're calling this guy in on a play like that, either he didn't see it or he doesn't know the rule on this one. There's no reason. There's no reason from my vantage point as being an umpire, Milton, for them to even be talk about this right now. The ball was bobbled. Thomas has a right to run to third. Blythe stepped into his path to third. Thomas don't have to get out of his way. He's in the base path.
Right.
Now, if he's sitting there holding the ball and Thomas runs into him, that's different.
Yeah.
But he was bobbling it the whole time, never really had control.
2 players inactive playing the game. It was close down there, but everybody's safe. And Cherryville has a chance with Weekly coming to bat here. Seth Weekly, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2 officially. He's reached twice on error. That's 5 errors tonight on Union County. They have a 3-2 lead in the bottom of the 9th with 2 out, and Cherryville has the bases loaded with their designated hitter Seth Weekly up here.
Got a final. Gaston Braves beat Hickory 11-7.
All right, here's the pitch to Weekly. Ground ball to short. Shortstop's got it. Throw to first.
He beat it.
He's safe, and we're tied.
Tie ball game.
Best scores on the infield single by Weekly. We'll get an RBI. And we're tied 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th, 3-3. The 6th hit for Cherryville, and Ryan Kraft a chance to win it here for Cherryville. A lot of ways to win this ball game, Kevin.
Well, Milton, you can look out at the shortstop. He's on the edge of the grass, and any ball that's not hit hard, he almost had to run as far to get that ball as the runner had to get to first.
I know, you're right.
And so he come up throwing, bang, bang, throw. I mean, he beat him by a step. That's how far deep he was. So I know he wants to be back so he can cut off any angles, maybe make a play to second or third. But at some point, you got to keep on. I mean, he's still deep.
Kraft takes a strike. Kraft was the first batter to see Norton leading off the 8th inning, and he grounded out. Kraft is 2 for 4 on the night. His 2 hits off the left-handed starter, Newsom. All right, so 0-1
poor Norton
here.
on the mound, Milton. He comes in, he gets ground balls left and right, and his infield lets him down.
And the pitch is a high strike to Kraft. 0-2 on Ryan Kraft. 0-2 the count on Kraft.
Kraft arguing with the umpire right now at the plate. He better be careful.
Yep. Got to watch it here. Anything close.
Well, in his defense, both pitches that were just thrown were balls to me.
That last one looked high from here.
The first one looked outside by about 8 inches. So
0-2 pitch here. Catcher sets up outside. Norton throws it in the dirt, and it's 1-2 on Ryan Kraft. Chance for Cherryville to win it here with a hit, an error.
Well, Travis is over here on the on-deck circle. He knows he can't swing, so he's just holding his helmet.
Huffs at third, and the pitch outside, 2-2 to Kraft. Shoemaker's at second, and Weekly at first base. Deuces wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Bottom of the ninth, 3-3 score. Here's the pitch from Nick Norton. It is swung on and missed. He struck him out. And we'll go to the 10th. All tied up 3-3 on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Rugg scoreboard. Free baseball here in game 1 of the second round best 3 out of 5 series. We're going to extra innings here at Fraley.
So many policies with different providers makes everything confusing.
Man, when you bundle your home, auto, and life insurance policies with Nationwide, will help you feel more protected and even save you up to 25%. I think you can take it from here, right?
Nationwide is on your side.
Call your local Nationwide agent, Sandy Cunningham in Cherryville today at 704-445-1990.
For complete auto repair, see Garen Sellers at Seller Service Center on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Right now, they're offering alignments for only $29.95 with a purchase of 4 tires. But hurry, the offer ends soon. From tires and repair to inspections to alignment and custom rims, Seller Service Center does it all. From AC repair to shocks, struts, oil changes, and computerized balancing. Seller Service Center does it all. 7156 Dallas-Cherryville Highway. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30, Saturdays, 8 to 1.
Post 5-35. And curveball from Hastings for a strike. Peterson 2 for 4.
Tie ball game, free baseball here in Cherryville.
And here's a fly ball to center. Best will get there in time for out number 1. He was playing Peterson shallow in center, and he hit it shallow center, and Best had plenty of time to get there to the little soft liner.
Your good speedy outfielders, especially your center fielders, man, always play shallow and do a good job taking out all the little stuff here and there, and anything over their head more than likely is going to be up in the air for a while, so they give a chance to get back. Shot down the line. Stan Haynes tries to make a play, and he boots it.
Strike 1 on Steve Blythe, the hard luck third baseman tonight for Union County.
Yeah, them guys down there listening tell Stan he needs to move a little quicker.
0-1 pitch from Hastings, a ball. Blythe has grounded into a double play, flied out, singled, and walked tonight. But from the field, I think he's made 3 errors, right? And he had that play in the ninth where Best was going to third, and he couldn't come up with it. And there's a strike, 1-2 on Blythe.
Tough over all night for Blythe.
Real tough night. If they lose this game, it's a long ride back for him. And all these guys. And here's a drive to left center. Going to be Blue Mist getting there to make the catch.
Mosteller with a good catch out there in the outfield. Calls off the center fielder Best. They had him kind of play towards the gap there for Mosteller to be able to get there.
So 2 up, 2 down, and it brings up Carter Norris, the right fielder, who made that spectacular catch out there in right field in the bottom of the ninth to rob Blake Mosteller of probably a game winner. It's 1 ball and no strikes. And here's a bouncer, tough play. Hastings fields it. Throw to first.
Good play.
Got him.
Good play.
1-3 on the put out. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 10th. Still 3-3. Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard is B-Square Construction Baseball.
St. John's Lutheran Church has a new pastor. Reverend Eric Childers welcomes everyone to worship at St. John's in Cherryville. Sunday school begins at 9:45 a.m. and worship at 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have Lenten services on Wednesdays with meal at 6 p.m. and service at 6:30 p.m. through Easter Sunday. Elementary school youth also meets every Wednesday at 4:45, and high school and middle school youth meet every other Sunday night at 6 p.m. Come visit and worship with us at St. John's Lutheran Church, 310 West Church Street, Cherryville, North Carolina, 704-435-9264.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Call Roland Black Heating and Cooling, 704-865-1375.
It's hard to stop a train.
Work here as he came in, the starter, Jacob Newsom, went 7 complete, the left-hander, and he kept Cherryville pretty much in check. Norton got Cherryville out in order in the 8th, but then in the 9th ran into some trouble.
He's got to be a little frustrated with his infielders.
Got to wonder what you got to do, guys.
Hey, they're kicking it around like a kindergarten group out there.
Here's Sam Travis. Sam Travis, the batter, third baseman. Sam looking for a hit tonight. He has sacrificed. He has reached on air. He has walked and grounded out. And it's strike 1 here on Travis. And the pitch. Bouncer third base. Blythe. Blythe up and throws high out.
Bang, bang play at first base. No argument from Coach Reynolds Gent or the first base coach. Bang, bang. Couldn't quite tell if he stayed on. I guess the umpire is standing 3 feet from it, Milton, so he sees it better than we do.
It was close. I was watching the trajectory of the ball. I thought the throw was going to go high and maybe over the first baseman's head, and then I looked at his toe. Toe might have come off the bag. I don't know. It was close.
I think it's safe to say Blythe has no idea where the ball is going when he lets go of it.
No. And here is Josh Beam. Josh struck out looking his first time up. He came in a defensive change earlier in the game. And he's playing right field. The count goes 2-0 to Josh Beam. Batting in that 8th spot, the left-handed hitter. And the pitch is high, 3-0. Here we go. We just need a base runner to get on there, Kevin. That would represent the winning run in this ball game for Cherryville, who's trailed most of the way. And it's a strike called.
Number 19 is warming up in the post 100 bullpen.
Okay.
If we know who that is.
I don't have my roster here. And I'm trying to think who 19 is. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Beam. It's way inside and a walk. With 1 out, there's your winning run, potential winning run on base for Luke Kaiser.
It's Ryan Kraft, isn't it?
19 is Kraft. Yeah, 19's Kraft.
Kraft.
I hadn't seen Ryan pitch this year.
He's warming up down there in the bullpen, throwing to a throwing to somebody squatting. So
not to say that he hasn't pitched, but I just haven't seen him pitch. Maybe we don't need him here. Maybe Cherryville will get the run in they need to win it in the bottom of the 10th. You got Kaiser with Bess on deck, 1 out, and the potential winning run on base, Josh Beam. Kaiser shows bunt, pulls it back, takes all 1. Everybody here at Fraley Field kind of quiet right now. Everybody nervous on the edge of their seat. Cherryville's been in this spot many times over the years, the glorious years of post 100 baseball.
Norton trying to quick pitch him a little bit there. He was standing and waiting on Anderson to step in the bat, Kaiser to step in the batter's box.
Yeah. Norton likes to work fast anyway.
Yeah.
We've seen that since he's come in. Here's the 1-0 to Kaiser, runner going, and it's a base hit to left field for Luke Kaiser. And the potential winning run now in scoring position. Beam down at second base with the walk. Kaiser, the base hit. And it's up to the top of the order, Thomas Bess, and the coach.
He'll be out there in a little while, man. We can go ahead and you go ahead and take the break if you want to take the break.
I will. I'll take a 30-second break.
It doesn't matter. We'll have time.
We won't miss anything.
When the septic tank backs up, Dennis Willis Septic Service in Cherryville is the name to remember. Dennis Willis services, repairs, and installs all types of septic tanks. They have pump-out tanks, too. Call Dennis Willis for septic tank service at 704-435-2326. Again, that's 704-435-2326 for professional, fair, and honest work from a name you've trusted for years. Dennis Willis Septic Tank Service of Cherryville. Again, that's 704-435-2326. Take time out from your busy, hectic life and have some fun. Lots of fun at Exhilaration Station in Cherryville. Exhilaration Station has something every family member would enjoy. Batting cages, mini golf, games for every age. Why, Exhilaration Station can even help you with that next great birthday party. Open 7 days a week behind the old Harris Teeter in Cherryville. Call 704-435-0670. Remember, take time out and have some good old-fashioned fun at Exhilaration Station.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing.
Here's your card. What was that? It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
All right, Kevin, it's the bottom of the 10th. New pitcher for Union County is the former third baseman who's been on the rocks tonight a little bit. That's Steve Blythe. He's the new pitcher.
He's had a very interesting night. Third base, he's got one of the longest releases I've ever seen for a baseball player. With that type of release, those guys usually play the outfield and not the infield. But Blythe, he's caught about everything over there, but he's just, when he comes up to throw, it starts getting crazy, and he's throwing a couple of balls up against the backstop and into right field and whatnot. We'll see what kind of control he has from the mound.
Absolutely. Okay, so it's going to be Bess facing the new pitcher, Blythe. New third baseman is out of the dugout. That's Wilson Corley.
I'm guessing that Bess is going to take a strike and then bunt.
Yeah. Runners at first and second. The potential winning run at second. That's Josh Beam, who didn't lead off, but with one out, he walked. And then Kaiser singled after him. He's at first base. And Bess the batter. One out here, bottom of the 10th. Chance for Cherryville to win game 1 of this best 3 out of 5 series, heading to Wingate tomorrow night. Cherryville will do it here in the bottom of the 10th. Time granted Thomas Bess.
We'll see what Thomas can do here. Like I said, Milton, I think he'll take a strike and then maybe lay one down.
Here's the pitch. It's a strike taken.
There's the strike.
There's the strike. Bess hadn't been on base until the 7th and 9th innings, and both times he scored runs. He's scored 2 of the 3 runs on that board.
Well, you got a new third baseman. You got a new pitcher.
Here's the 0-1 to Bess from Blythe. It's a ball.
He'll let him swing away.
A ball, 1 strike on veteran Thomas Bess. On base Bess. Can he come through here with produce the winning run?
Umpire's going to call time and wipe off the plate just a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe you need to do that a lot tonight. Oh, just joking around. It's 10th inning humor. 1-1 on Bess. Here we go, the 1-1 pitch. And it is outside. 2-1, Thomas Bess.
Blythe's got a little tail, and I figured he might have a little tail on his fastball, just the way he throws it over to third. He does got a little tail, and it cut back over the corner, or close to the corner there. Ball on the outside, a little two-seamer.
2-1 pitch. Drive to center field. Center fielder on his horse. He can't get there.
Go!
It's out of here. A 3-run homer for Bass in the bottom of the 10th, and Cherryville wins it here at Fraley Field, game 1 of the best 3 out of 5 series. Final score as Bass has come home to score the 6th run of the game. 6-3, your final on the Mr. Sparky Hauser Drug scoreboard as Bass, with 1 out and runners first and second, a 3-run home run in the bottom of the 10th, and Cherryville comes from behind in the bottom of the 9th to tie it, and in the bottom of the 10th to win it. All right, folks, stay tuned for our College Building Supplies post-game show and a Medical Center Pharmacy MVP Award coming up. You've been listening to B-Square Construction Post 100 Baseball. Don't go away.
Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville. It's time to gear up to mow the grass, prune the trees, and trim the weeds. To help with your outdoor projects, Husqvarna has everything you need. This means you can save time on the job, get the job done right, and enjoy the results of your hard work. Stop by Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reachville Road in Lincoln and see the full line of Husqvarna products. Husqvarna can help you with all of your lawn and landscape needs. Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center in Lincoln. Husqvarna, taming the wild. Most of us will make or assist in making funeral arrangements of some kind in our lives. This can mean making many decisions at a very difficult and emotional time. At Carpenter's Funeral Home of Cherryville, their funeral directors, John Porter and Carol Carpenter, are there to offer help and guidance. Carpenter's Funeral Home promotes the highest ethical and professional standards while maintaining cost-effective service, even winning the Pursuit of Excellence Award. Carpenter's Funeral Home, 1100 East Main Street in Cherryville, a member of the North Carolina Funeral Directors Association. Cherryville and North Lake Country Club are both open to and welcome to the public. Both locations have been recently remodeled and are available for weddings and receptions, also reunions, corporate and private parties, and more. The Cherryville Country Club is open for lunch and supper Thursday and Friday from 11 to 9, and both Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club are accepting new memberships at this time. The Cherryville Country Club golf course is also available to the public. Come on down for a great meal and great golfing experience. Cherryville Country Club and the North Lake Country Club. Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slip covers, ropes, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and is also the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. For more information, call 704-435-4909.
College Building Supplies in Dallas can save you money on kitchen and bath cabinets, exterior siding, all-size lumber, treated and regular. 5E galvanized metal starts at $15.49 per sheet. Wooden storage buildings start at $1,099. 3-tab roofing shingles, $44.96 a square or $14.99 a bundle. College Building Supplies, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-922-8649.
Now, hey,
now we're on the.
As I was saying, what a night for those of you who saw it in person or watched it on WhatsAppShopper.com. And a great come from behind for Cherryville. I tell you, the starter, Jacob Newsom, though, he gave Cherryville all they could handle through 7 innings.
No, we saw some great pitching on both sides.
And, yep, Hastings goes 10 innings again. He did that in the regular season. Was it at Shelby on a Sunday afternoon? Yep. He went 10 for the victory. And was that a 1-0 game?
I can't remember the score.
It was
in
0-0 going into extra innings. I wasn't there, but I did hear about it. And so Hastings gets the victory for Cherryville in 10 innings tonight. And the losing pitcher was Nick Norton, who came in relief in the 8th inning. But Union County falls down in the series then, no games to 1. Cherryville's advantage, going to Wingate tomorrow night. Of course, that'll be on radio and WhatsApp Shopper as well. Union County scored first in the second inning, scored a run in the second, a solo homer in the third, and a run scored in the fifth, made it 3-0. Cherryville got on the board in the 6th. Added a run in the 7th when Bess walked and scored. In the 9th, Bess singled and scored the tying run. In the bottom of the ninth, Cherryville left the bases loaded in the bottom of the ninth with a chance to win it there. And then in the 10th, Hastings was just spectacular. 3 up, 3 down, Union County in the top of the 10th. Bottom of the 10th, I started out with a ground out by Travis. Beam walked. Kaiser singled. And Bess came up with runners at first and second, 1 out. And the new pitcher who came in, Blythe, Bess took him straight away, 375 center field, and a towering 3-run homer to win it 6-3.
We thought Bess might take a first strike and put one down and then leave it up to the guys behind him. But Coach Reynolds let him swing away after catching first take fastball. And Blythe, we wondered coming up into that inning, him even going on the mound after the day he's had, Milton.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you don't like to question the coaches, but I mean, the kid's had 3 errors already.
3 errors at third, and
not counting how many balls he bobbled and he threw. I mean, he had a rough night out there at third, and
had that close contact with Bess.
Thomas ran into the ball. He was bobbling. So I mean, in Cherryville they had the rabbit's foot out here after the 9th inning. And once one thing started happening, it was just going over and over and over. Everything. It was a how do you say it? A tidal wave of good luck that went. You can say good luck or bad luck depending on which side of the stadium you're sitting on.
Too much leprechaun, maybe.
A leprechaun snuck out there for a little bit.
Yeah, and. You're listening to the College Building Supplies post-game show, and in this post-game show, all year long, we've awarded the Medical Center Pharmacy Most Valuable Player of the Game for Cherryville. And if you heard what we said a moment ago, I mean, some other guys, all the guys that played and that are on this team contribute in every way. But, tonight was Thomas Bess's night to really shine. He had in the 7th, he scored the second run for Cherryville. It made it 3-2. In the 9th, he singled and scored the tying run. Then in the 10th, the 3-run homer, plus his defense out there, impeccable.
Yeah, and when he come up in the 9th, Milton, I said this game is going to come down to Thomas Bess. And boom, there he went. There in the 9th and 10th innings.
He couldn't get on base through the first 6 innings, but then in the 7th inning, a walk, and he scored. A hit in the 9th, he scored. And in the 10th, with a chance to win it, he did just that in high fashion. the towering 3-run homer to dead center field for the victory. Cherryville takes a 1-0 lead going to Union County, going to Wingate University tomorrow night, and 7 o'clock game time. It'll be on the radio, and then game 3 will come back here to Cherryville. It'll either be a 1-1 series or a 2-0 lead for Cherryville, depending on what happens tomorrow night when it comes back here to Cherryville Tuesday night.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow night. You can watch. I'll be out there along with a couple other people who don't know exactly yet, depending on what happens in the Shelby game, Milton, which is tied right now in the 9th inning, 4-4. So they might have some extra baseball after a 45-minute. There ain't no umpire here delay.
Oh my goodness! Yes, that's exactly right.
So we'll see what happens with that, and good luck out there, Clinton, Dan, and Andy out there. Just Shelby Post 82 right now against Lincoln County, tied in the 9th inning. You can watch that on WhatsAppShopper.com, guys. Where you're watching, just scroll down and you can catch the Shelby game. So we're about to